Okay. So we're live, waiting for people to show up. So we're switching. Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm having to change my stream here. I don't know. I got to figure out how to keep this at a better place here. Okay, where are we here? Oh, no. So we got to switch the camera. How do we switch? Okay, there we go. Okay, so here I am. Hopefully that'll be better. I'm going to try to keep this kind of stuck up here. Try to keep this one up and going here. Let me just move this. Okay. Yeah, so I have this little book here. I don't know if you guys can hear me better. Let me know. It'd be great. I have to rotate my device. I don't know if it's looking funny on your screen or not. But if we need to change that, then let me know. Okay. Yeah, so it's I'm actually doing that through my phone, which is actually probably better than what we were getting before. So we're going to... Okay, we don't want any of that. Okay. Can hear better now. Okay, good. Good. Okay. We'll just put that over there and we'll just do the cards from here. I need to get something to drink though because my mouth is getting dry and I've already finished this water. Hang on. Let others join in. Oh, shoot. Where do I need my socks on here? Hey, baby. Come here. Here, run back. I'm gonna come sit with me. Come here, baby. Wanna come sit with me? Huh? I caught myself a putty cat, guys. You guys haven't seen this baby yet. This is baby number 3. Or number 2, sorry. He's gonna come sit with us for a little bit. Sit down. Here you go. Yeah. So this is the little baby. They're 5 weeks old. Aren't they cute? These are the energy balls. They were sleeping with me on my couch all night and all day. Gonna go down? Woo! Such a cute. So, Jazz, hi again. Hi guys. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have to just leave my phone up for this, right? I cannot even see my chat from here, so I have to review. I have to be visual on a computer as well as having my phone there for us. So I'll just turn this back on. I don't know why the signal is bad. I'll have to look into that. But for now, come here. Little Boo is gonna sit and hang with us. This is little monkey number 1. This is the monkey. They were playing last night in my plants. They were having fun. Weren't you? You're just having fun. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're 5 weeks. They got another 3 weeks and then they'll be going to their new homes. So yeah, I'm gonna miss them. I love it when they're around. I absolutely love it. It's so full of energy. Just a little energy burst. Yeah, just a little energy burst. Like their bellies rubbed. They rub their bellies. They chill out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna open my live chat on the other device. So I think who was next? Do you guys remember? Hey, baby. So I'm sure that Jess or yeah, it's a baby. Little bears. Yeah, little man. Yeah. You wanna go down? You wanna stay up? Here. Okay, go down. Come here. Come here, baby. Oh, he's such a little sweetheart. I love them all. They're excellent. Okay, so I have to go to my watch page. Just give me a sec. I can't see your guys' thing is far away. I gotta get myself some like serious glasses that can read fine print that's like this big. If I could get glasses that could read this tiny print that I have to look at, my life would be great. Okay, so we've got a better stream, people. Okay, so let me get caught up on who's here and who's had. Okay, so let me oh, it's sideways. Oh wow, it's sideways. Sorry guys, it's sideways. I'm gonna have to figure out how to put it up and down, and I don't technically have anything at this moment to do that with. Actually, I might be able to wingle this one. I might be able to figure this one out. And it stopped again, right? Or did it stop? And who's here? And who's had... Oh, it's sideways. Oh, well, it's sideways. Sorry, guys, it's sideways. We're going to have to figure out how to put it up and down. And I don't technically have anything at this moment to do that with. Okay. Actually, I might be able to... Okay. So we're going to switch this so I can actually see on a better note here. If I can figure out how to stand this up. Okay. Let me stand it up back here. So, burn my hand here, Siri. Okay, so we need to... Okay. Okay. So how's that better? Better view? Okay. So we're gonna switch this so I can actually see it better. There, is that better? Okay, so if I'm okay, let me know. I can actually see my chat from a distance away. I just zoomed it in. I actually was blind. Alright, so hello everyone. Okay, so who is next? I think Cheryl. Okay, so Cheryl, we're going to find out. You want to know if you'll meet your soulmate twin flame soon. We have another soulmate and twin flame question spirit. Will Cheryl come into contact with her twin flame as she understands the twin flame? Will the twin flame be revealed to her in a meeting of the mind, or in the body, in the flesh, through mind as well? Will she find a connection with a twin flame or a soulmate in the next while? Is there anything, or any messages in regards to that? So do you want to cut, or do you want me to cut the cards? Shirley. Okay, sorry, my thing's not showing. Shirley. Oh, Shirley. Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize. My apologies. Okay, what? Sorry. Hi again. Interesting. The Six of Cups fell out for me yesterday. First the money message, then the card that flew out before you went off. Dropped in to say hi. Oh, Empress of Love. Yes, I remember that. We're just doing a reading for Shirley right now. I'm just wondering how she wants me to cut her cards, or she wants to do jump cards as well. Okay, so cut the cards. Okay. So I'll cut them. Okay. Okay, so the cards are cut. Okay. I'm getting a reserved feeling right now. I don't know. I don't know if that's you, Shirley, that's feeling kind of skeptical. I guess you would say. You're kind of a little worried about what the cards are going to tell you. Okay, because I was feeling that energy for you because I had to step away from the cards for a minute to allow that energy to enter the apps. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're going to cut for your first card. You got the arrow. You're shooting your love arrow at someone. You definitely are. You are seeking love. You're holding on to the Cupid arrow, it looks like. So I do see love coming. It's going to hit you like a windstorm. Like it's going to just hit you like a storm. I see your coattails kind of really puffed. To be more vocal with your throat chakra when you're dealing with the universe, so remember that when your manifestation is done, it's done through the vibration of the words that you put into the universe. So try opening your throat chakra a little more and being vocal as to requesting the mate from the universe to be delivered, or mates. Usually you have more than one. I know I have like 3 or 4 that have come through music, have come through dreams, that have come through a lot of different spots in my life. So yeah, so you're walking forward, and hopefully she's got her, she's showing a movement of walking towards the Cupid with the wings. Like you're holding on to this, and it seems like you're holding on for like it's like you're holding on to it because you don't want to lose it. Okay, like you've got such a grip on it with both hands. This is something that you really are desiring from the universe. It goes to show in the cards that this is something you are really manifesting, and using the universe and your angels to manifest this love, which is fine, absolutely fine. Just the recommendation I have is when you're manifesting something like that, be very detailed in what you're asking for as far as the universe is concerned, because they'll give you whatever you ask for, but they will give it to you exactly how you ask for it. Meaning, if you pick, you just say, I want my soulmate to come. Okay, well, that soulmate could be the wrong soulmate for you. You're not very detailed. It's in the details of when you're requesting a soulmate to be very detailed. Be very on point with what you're requesting and which one you want to request, because you can get delivered a soulmate that is totally the opposite of what you're expecting. Exactly. You be very detailed. Like you can say, like I can request another spirit guide, and this is how I would do it. I'm going to show you how I manifest to have a twin flame come into my life. Okay, so what I would say is, my universe, I am requesting of you to provide me a twin flame that is best suited for me without the following traits, and be very detailed. I don't want a soulmate or a twin flame to enter my life that is an abusive, has anger issues. Cannot feel their feelings. I want them to be, what is the best suited mate for me, that they don't have any, bad vibrations. They're very open-minded. They're very loving. They're very compassionate. That they're, be able to complement my personality instead of, taking away from my personality, so that I can remain balanced in this relationship with another twin flame. Whether it be male or female, ones that are best suited to carry on, not an intimate relationship, but a friendly, intimate relationship, that I want from the universe to be given to me, by the grace of the universe, that is best suited. And the universe finds best suiting for my personality, my energy, for my spiritual life path now that I have endured, right? So that something has to be spiritual. That's how I manifest. I just like that. And then, I'll get probably a phone call the next day or two, from somebody that I've had in my, in my life, that is a soulmate friendship, or an intimate friendship that I've had from before now, that happens to be placed back in my path, which I do not want anybody from my past relationships to be revealed to me, please. I want nothing to do with them. And that's it. Say thank you, universe, for everything that you are about to give to me, that I'll accept it with a grain of salt and be able to work with what you give me, right? So that's how you do manifestation. You're very vocal and you have a lot of feeling when you do it. See, I made it sure that I wasn't just given to me as an intimate, because I don't need an intimate relationship on a level of sexual. Intimate meaning very, very deep person that is very, on the same vibrational level as myself is. I still have healing to do. And it's fine if I end up having a soulmate that has healing that needs to be done within their life, whether it be male or female, that I'm able to assist them and be a complement to their energy as well, right? Yeah, so when you want to manifest, you just be very selective as to your manifestation. But I do see you, you see the card. You see how she's holding on to that Cupid's arrow? I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a little Cupid's arrow, but she's got both hands on this. She wants this bad. So you definitely want this situation to be happening. This is what you're manifesting. So if you can manifest it, then go for it. If you're kind of still, holding on to this arrow for the right person, but you're not allowing the arrow to go and pursue anyone, that might be a problem. You know what I mean? Like Cupid sends his arrows wherever they're going to go. So send your arrows to the universe, for the universe to bring you back, whatever type of intimate relationship you're seeking for, whether it be sexual, physical, or mental, be sure to put that in there as well, right? Just a side note, be as specific as you can, even if it's, not something you would say out loud. Do it in the privacy of your own home. Request, I want a sexually hyped person to be part of my relationship. Cancel that, mind you, for me. But you can be very specific, and you will usually end up with what you ask the universe for. But give it time to manifest, because it does take time for the universe to go and work through it, right? It's not just something that's just dropped in your lap like that. But it can happen to show up quickly, so be aware. If you're drawn to a person, communicate with them. Just carry on a casual conversation, see where it goes, so you can get a feeling if that would be a twin flame. You'll know, and you'll connect. You'll have laughing fits. I've even connected with people on the street that I've had as, spiritual mates, right? That were spiritually inclined to be part of my life, right? I didn't ask them for a soulmate or twin flame, but spiritually connect me with someone that's on the same vibration as me, and I ask that all the time. And I usually will end up running into someone that I'll have just the funniest laughs with, that I'll have the experience to, have a good giggle, or they're on the same train of thought that I am, and we all boarded at the same time kind of thing, and we're all ready to go to choo-choo, next stop, destination, spiritual land. You know what I mean? Like, be very selective. And maybe that's like that, like they had back in the day too. They used to have, you're using that rod to find the one that you want to be with. Like they have those water sticks that, swing everywhere when they're finding water under the ground. Right? So manifest. Manifest to your heart's consent. Just be careful of how you're manifesting, that you're doing it with good intentions and not ill intentions to destroy another relationship. If that mate is in a relationship or a relationship, don't try to break up a relationship just to have your soulmate. Like so many of the people out in this community, the twin flame community, are just dying to break people up just to have their mate, which isn't going to even be doesn't mean it's going to be a positive courtship, but at least then you're in the mix and you're able to manifest and pick and choose. Like you don't walk into a grocery store and pick the biggest watermelon. You knock on a few, here for a certain, sound, or you're like, coconuts have to, the honeydew melon has to smell a certain way when you smell the little hole on it, for its sweetness. There's different ways of being able to tell if your soulmate or twin flame partner is the one that you're standing before. There's questions you can ask. And if you communicate well, it's something that vibrates in the same frequency, I can't even say it, frequency as you. But also see if it's more of a friendship, twin flame is possible. Relationship twin flames, I'm very careful of. I've had people trying to manifest my partner away from me, manifesting me away from him, and I don't go there. I don't entertain the idea of a twin flame relationship now that I have one, of my main soul contract, soul purpose. And there's nothing that's going to destroy us. There's no way they can divide us. And they took a lot of grief, I'm sure, when they found out that their twin flame wasn't coming. And it wasn't because I want to keep my twin flame soul, past life, partner for the rest of this, because we've gone through so much. We've done a lot of growth together. We're understanding each other better than we have in our past lives or anything else. So be careful of what you're manifesting. Right, so yeah, revise your manifestation statement. It can always change. You can add or remove from it, but you can also request it only be given once everything is in balance for having that, right? You can ask if the gentleman that you have met, but you feel strongly for him. Okay, so it's funny you say that, because my twin flame relationship had to do with him pushing me off a building. That's why I'm scared of heights. And that's what my go-to lady told me. If you can feel and you have like synchronicities that are showing up, and this is how I knew that mine was from a past life, was everything that was happening at the time of us discovering that we were soul people, that we've been in lives together before, is the fact that his synchronicities were linking into mine. And the only way you would know that is if you ended up spending time with that person. But if you feel strongly for him, but you're avoiding him, that's not giving a very receptive response to someone. That could put them kind of feeling out in the cold, in regards to, why not take a chance when you have one life to live and strongly feel for him, then go out on a few dates. If you are feeling that you're avoiding him, there may be some fear lying around that situation that you're not liking, or you've picked up on. You would know that. Or maybe there was just the awkwardness that, every relationship, whether you're a teenager, an adult, or an elderly person going through, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go and find out based on your feeling, and go and experience the experience. All you can do is find out at the end, no, they didn't. Was it a waste of time? No, because you got a chance to feel what it's like to be part of a relationship, right? You're the one that's being the resistance, and I'm just going to tell you straight out, you are the resistance of the relationship. If that's what you're thinking, there's a resistance, it's coming from your side. You're resisting the connection with him by avoiding him. That's a straight out answer. Anybody would tell you that. Right? So if you want to create the resistance instead of working with that loop feeling that you're going to get, that so many people are feeling like they're going in, it's not going to work. Otherwise, you have to go and find out for yourself. We can't be magic fortune tellers. At the same point, you want me to find out why the resistance is there. Maybe it would be, we all didn't have happy endings. We all died in the end. So if you feel it is from your past life, great. That's awesome. But did not have an empty ending. I've had 2 relationships with my twin flame and soulmate that I live with and am engaged to, that I didn't care. This ending to this life is going to turn out a lot better. But at the end of the time, we still die. Right? So we'll find out more about this resistance and which way we should approach to maybe dealing with the resistance. I'm very selective on how I ask my cards, because I do want them to give the most utmost you know, accurate reading and feeling of a person for a person to be able to go down the journey, right? So if you are being resistant, clear your chalkboard. You know, it doesn't mean you have to be totally available 24/7 for a soulmate or a life partner. But if you're the one doing the resisting, he's probably thinking it's not worth it. You know how that message can be construed across not even talking. If you're not even talking and you think he's from your past life and everything, you'd be able to know that. You'd be able to go through, getting to know someone as to how their life is going, right? So I'm going to ask my cards, can we get a resistance level feeling for Shirley as far as this relationship? She likes the guy. She wants to pursue it, but she's a little bit fear-based of pursuing it. So is there a message that could give her a little bit of confidence to go after this message? The fight. You're going to fight for this, top. You're going to make a fighting chance for this. And you're like, yes! Right? It's worth fighting for. The fight card came up. It's worth fighting for. And the only thing that can happen is for that person to not be a future twin flame, but it could be your chance to mend the past, mend the fighting, amend all that happened in your past lives and start new. Right? That's what I did with mine. I started my journey and he's walked right there beside me, and there isn't anything that can divide us. Right? So we work together through some of our most intimate information that nobody knows about me. Is the only person that knows that information besides myself is my partner now, and that's the way it's going to stay. Right? I went through hell and back, and he stood beside me. He's been my knight in shining armor since day one. He looked like James Dean standing below a light when I met him, and I gave him a hug, and it went from there. And we've been together 5 years now. We give each other balance. We give each other our space, allowing us to be who we are now. And that was really hard. That was super hard, right? Yes, I am. I got them today, Ashley. So that was super hard for me to do. That was letting somebody into my world that I didn't know if I could trust this person because of the hurt that I've done and gotten done in the past to me. Could I let this person be part of my life so I wouldn't get hurt? And he actually made that possible by standing beside me, being compassionate, there when I needed to have an answer, or there for somebody to hold me when I was going through a really tumultuous time with my healing, and just being there, right? And that's why there's nothing that's going to separate the two of us. You know, we have our fights, we have our bickering, you know. Yeah, you need to follow it. Just go for it. Why can't you just go for it? You want the or you want the warning signs of this one? We can. Where is it? Okay. Let me find out what this one actually. No, that's light. This has a height, freeze, and sun. Okay, so we'll find their version of this. Oh, the arrow. Do you want to know the arrow card? Oh. Makes sense now. Okay, so I drew the arrow card for you, right? See, there you go. Your arrow card is telling you the same thing, like we're basically been talking about, you know, resistance. So the arrow is a surge of energy. It causes aggressiveness. Energy that changes towards the goal. So you're changing your energy now towards getting your soulmate now, based on the information I gave. Achieving your goals and desires in the shortest amount of time. So you want this to happen now, right? So it's telling you, you want it to happen now. It's done by moving and acting more positively. There you go. So that relates to your resistance that you're going against. Acting more positive than usual. So more uppity, more in the spirits, more wanting to get to know people, right? It says it is important to set a goal. Unnecessary trouble can be created when you are too greedy. So take care. And then you get the fight card. Where did I see that? that other the fight card. It's a clarifier. Alright, where is this? The fight card. We read this earlier for someone. Okay, oh, here it is. Okay, so the warning signs. Okay, so this one is an omen in a big turning point. It's the clarifier card of the arrow that we had. So this is your clarification. So this is, okay, bear with me while I have to read my notes because I don't know these, I just got them. So bear with me. You will be thankful for taking the lead without hesitating and for going through a lot of trouble for people going through a lot of trouble for people. Physically, strength and willpower are enhanced and current misfortune can be fixed. So if you feel like you made a mistake by not doing something about this so-called person, think again. The misfortunate upset that you've kind of resolved in the resistance is the opposite. It's an omen for a big turning point. So this could turn very well into your favor. Don't build up on momentum or you will make a stupid error of judgment. And what does that say? Collaborate. Primary investigation is necessary. So that's what I mean. When I said you need to start looking at this person and investigating his personality to see if it matches your level, that's something that you're going to have to do. And this is what this card is saying. Right? Like I was saying with your arrow cards, you should go and just pursue it. Do your options. Be, the Bachelorette show for all I care, and to give everyone an opportunity to state their case or their personality and go out. What's going to hurt you from going out on a few dates? Just make them pay. That's a gentlemanly thing to do. And then you get to sit down and talk with people intimately to find out if this is a good match for you. You're the one that has to decide. I can tell you, okay, sure, go out with the guy, date the guy, and don't give anybody else a chance. But that wouldn't be an option. That would be a statement. And I don't do statements. I do options. Make sure that you have all the options that you need and the information that you need to make a wise decision, just like it says. Right? So it says an omen, a big turning point. Physical strength and willpower are enhanced and can create, the misfortunes can be fixed. Yeah, you need to have your options open. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Just be yourself and just even say, do you want to go for a meal or, just get to talking to each other on the phone, waiting for the meal to happen, build up something. It says, don't build up on momentum, right? Or you'll make stupid errors in judgment. So take your time when finding your twin flame. Because it might not even be the one that you think it is, but you have a good connection with a person. It can be a soul contract, a karmic relationship that they're unaware of. Because a lot of people don't even pay attention to any of that stuff when they are discussing their life, right? So just be aware that, if there's red flags, then maybe it's a karmic relationship. That might be the other option that you're running into, and that maybe that's why you're reserved. Maybe it's a karmic relationship. But only you would know that. Only you would be able to go on the date and say, no, I don't think this is going to work. But if you don't even give somebody that could be the golden egg a chance, then why are you even searching for one, is the way I look at it. Don't be going looking for something that you're not ready for, or you just are just going to throw to the wind and, everything is okay, right? Yeah, I would just go with the flow. Enjoy a meal with a person. At least you'll make a friend. If anything comes out of it, a friendship, right? You get to go and hang out. Maybe, over time, it'll become more than just friends. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? So the fight card is a very positive card. As a matter of fact, it's not exactly what is said on the card. You don't have to, cause a battle to win. You're going to fight through this and get through this for the sake of your own sanity, to be able to find a twin flame and not take everything as quickly as it comes, right? So, so take your time. you only know in time, right? Your time frame is very, very valuable. Your time is valuable, I understand. But at the same point, if you're not going to give a twin flame a chance, or a possible chance in seeking out something, how are you ever going to find it if you're just going to be resistant to it all, right? So just go with the flow, my girl. They'll have a lot more fun. You will have more fun than you'll even know what to do with, I promise you that. And you'll know if, you're just not vibing with the person. Give them a chance to start vibing. Maybe they're feeling a little bit nervous themselves. It can throw off the balance of the vibration, right? It's just advice, right? I do my work every day. I get to, go through my little moments of personal development that I still find in myself that, still need to be worked on, right? I'm only speaking from my perspective and my point of view. Like, I'm just giving the advice that I have from my experiences and past that have worked for me to bring positivity into my life on a better, more grandeur scale of life, right? I'm very happy normally. It's when, even if somebody comes around me that's not feeling good, I'm so vocal on work, but when it comes to relation, I'm so reserved. See, you got to work on that throat chakra, like it was showing in the card. It was showing right here was where your heart is. You're not using your chakra. You're maybe blocked. Maybe do a meditation on break through your throat chakra. See, because now you're making my voice sound funny. See that? Right, I just rubbed my esophagus. Maybe my throat chakra needs a clearing. But if I cleared it, some of the nice words that would come out of there probably wouldn't be so nice. No, I'm kidding you. See? There you go. But just have a good time in it. There's nothing wrong. Then just go with the flow and have a fucking good time. Excuse my French. I'm French, so I get to swear. But, I'm just having fun with you. It's like a cat got your tongue. Yeah, it does end up like that. But yeah, no, I don't feel bad. I just give, different point of view that you wouldn't normally look from. And that's what I try to do with my abilities, my skill set that I've healed to be able to do for you. From years ago, I was scared to even do this because people thought I was absolutely a nutbar. That's sent her to the hospital because she thinks differently or perceives things differently or hopes for different things. And, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't stop from being that person that I am today and just being all out here, right? It's the one thing that I won't do. I won't let anybody quit. I'll be your spiritual gangster boot camps all the way. But if you don't follow the advice, I'll give you a kick in the ass to start moving forward in a direction that's best suited for you, right? I'll give you that metaphorical kick in the ass. Get yourself moving and start doing something over it. Because sitting there just pondering it is not going to get you anywhere. You're just sitting there pondering, and it just stays all up here. It doesn't get to be expressed in your human state, right? You get to go out, have fun, and who knows, maybe while you're on a date and the guy doesn't vibe, you'll run into somebody else and, you interact with that person. You know what I mean? You can maybe dump that one over here and say, sorry, I don't vibe with you, and you vibe with this guy. Hey, why wouldn't you want to do that? Especially if you're single. Me, on the other hand, if I was to do that, that would be, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. Because I'd still have an intimate relationship with my partner, but I don't have intimate relationships with other people on the level of sexuality, right? And, yeah. I just don't pursue that avenue. It's not an option for me at this time. But hey, and it can be a guy or a girl. You don't know who you're going to vibe with. You'll know when you start vibing and you get that vibe going. You'll be like, dancing in the streets, like, Footloose song. You'll be dancing down the street, like, woohoo. Yes, thank you. Next, get it. So go get you some. Go get you some before somebody else takes it. Oh, somebody's messaging me. See, I'm a well-wanted soul. I'm good. Hey, you're no problem, Shirley. I'll have to remember that now. I'm going to have to put that down to remember it, Shirley. That was great. I enjoy it. I just pass messages on that the cards give me, and then I just have to interpret them so you would understand what you're hearing, right? So it's a lot of fun. That is. It makes it so it's easier for somebody else's spiritual path to be awakened on, and a faster approach, mind you. You don't have to jump in with both feet. You can take your time. It's like jumping into that hot tub. You stick your toe in first before you jump in. I just jumped right in and scared everybody that was sitting in the hot tub, and started swimming around like a little fish. This is metaphorically speaking, by the way. This is how I would perceive my spiritual awakening would be jumping into that hot tub at the local rec center where there's like only 12 people can fit, and I just jump right in the middle and splash everybody, and they're all like, what? Hey, you're not supposed to be jumping in the hot tub. I said, who told me I couldn't? I don't see no sign out there saying I can't jump in no hot tub. I'll be splashing in the hot tub. What are you going to do about that next? You know what I mean? Like, just having a gay old time. Just, getting people to kind of, get rid of the look on your face and have a good time and smile. Because it's a lot prettier. And that's how it goes. Just like that. So I think Jazz was another person that wanted to have his reading, I think. I get her done. Get it done or get the fuck out. That's the way I see you. I'm kidding. No, you don't have to get out. You can hang. You can sit, zit, and chill. There you go. So it's zip it and chill. Zip zit. We got a new word. Zip. What can we make a theory on that word? Can anybody just zip for a minute and focus? So it's like sit and zip it for a minute. Zip. That's the word to be in Emmy's room. You gotta zip. Where's Mr. Jazz or Miss Jazz? Jazzy. Oh, see, I snapped my fingers and look who appeared. See how quick the universe works. I'm kidding. All right, Jasmine. Okay. Next year, will I be able to enter the medical school? Thanks. Sorry if my bad English I write awful, but I don't understand the essential idea. Okay, so you're wanting to attend medical school, and this is weighing on your shoulders as far as are you going to be able to enter into the school that you want, or just into the medical school of whichever might be suited for you, is what I'm understanding. Okay, so I'm guessing that they have a lot of high recommendations that you're seeking from this school has like a high, what do they call it? A high success rate. So they're very specific as to, their students. They're picky. Okay, so I'll tell you that right now. That's what I'm getting. To start, what the cards have in store for you, Jasmine would like to know from Spirit, and any other assistant beings that can give insight into her dilemma of knowing if she's going to be attaining a spot at a medical school she's looking forward to attending. Will it be possible, or is there something she needs to work on prior to the admission that she needs to? Okay, so you want that higher education from there. Right now it's just a dream. There you go. The dream card came out. This is your dream. This is what you want. This is how you're going to get it. There you go. It's a dream. This is, it says the dream. This is your dream and what you want to manifest now, right? Okay, remember that, the dream. I'm going to shuffle for the jump cards next. We'll shuffle. Okay, so definitely the energy is coming through as it being the dream that you want. Everything you're putting your heart and soul and everything into. Are you going to be like like a nurse, or are you going for the doctor, like surgical? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing her outfit kind of looks like a nurse's kind of uniform, but not. It looks more like, when the nurses used to wear those little white hats on the top of them, like it's more medical, like higher authority figure than a nurse, because I'm seeing like within her, she's trying to keep a stance of power. So I'm wondering what stance of power is this level of your education going to attain you? I think it's going to attain you a very high source of prosperity in this attainment of this gift or this blessing that's before you. I would say like in a high doctor position or like a psychiatrist example, right? I see you in a high ranking position for the medical field is what I should say, right? And that's what that card tells me. Okay, so you're looking for a higher paying class version of the medical field you're entering, right? Okay, so you studied as a nurse. Okay, so that was revealing it already that you've already tried an avenue that you weren't really into because you weren't seeing it for what it is. But I do see that you're thinking of maybe more along the lines of a radiologist or someone that works in the tech field of the medical field, like maybe a doctor that has to, has to do like microscopic, or maybe you're going for a microbiologist in the medical field. That's what I'm seeing, is somebody that has to spend their time looking through like magnifying glass at certain details, almost like a brain surgeon or somebody a doctor that's doing surgical work. That's what I'm seeing. I do see that you will end up having to wear a graduation ceremony. So is this based on a graduation ceremony right now, or you've already gone in and this one position that you're seeking though has a lot of medical authority to it. That's all I can see in that one. But we're gonna get there's a push and pull situation. One's tugging at you to go one way, and then it's tugging on you to go the other way. Like you're not wanting to go. This is what you're doing in the picture. Like you're ready to push against it to get what you need. Like you're pushing it away though. Like, that's what it's showing me in the card. Is you're blocking any possibilities of advancement at this time. You're not ready to even decide on making a decision as to what you want to take. You're kind of like, anything to do maybe with the heart, because it's closer to the heart position, that it's really going to weigh down your heart getting into this field. But it's going to take a lot to block the emotional part of the job away from it. So it could be like a trauma doctor or anything that deals with trauma. You're going to have to really push your personal feelings aside with doing this line of work. So it's just, the compassionate part. There's a lot involved within it. So, being compassionate is not an option for you when you enter this field. And then we have the voice in reverse. It's going to be a lot harder to be heard in that medical field, right? There's a lot of energy blockage. The voice she's got something stuck in her mouth because she can't voice the expression that she wants, so she has to try to achieve it through a different means. But I think the voice, it's not working in your favor, because if you look at it, it looks like she's got something stuck in her mouth, like she can't open up to be vocal enough as far as her dream. You see that, where she's got like something in her mouth. It's pink. Okay. Something is blocking you from being vocal about your job, about what you want. Do you find that this is very, it's going to be a position that is going to take a lot of your time? You're going to feel very tired. A residency, maybe. How residents are always tired with what they're doing when they're taking on the practicum part of their journey for, doing they're paying their dues when they're doing their residency, right? So that could be very tiring on you. right? Spending a lot of time sleeping. It could also mean that you're dealing with people that are ill, that might not make it through, which is going to be a very emotionally trauma experience for you to have to experience, that you may be dealing with end of life people that are just going to just die, unfortunately. But I don't sugarcoat my reading, so this is something that you need to maybe be aware of. Be vocal. Let your voice be a voice of reason when you're going for whatever you're pursuing as far as the medical field. Take notice that there's a lot of different avenues in the medical field. Clarifier. And the fight. Okay, so you got the fight card too. There's going to be majorly big changes for you in regards to this card. You will succeed at getting into the medical field, but you have to be, your core reasoning is telling you to do this. Your stomach is telling you to do this experiment. Have the core of you start to grow in believing that you can do this, that you can excel at this skill that you want to pursue, that this might take the core of your being and rip it right out of you because you cannot be compassionate on the job, or that it's going to bother you to your core essence, seeing certain situations in the medical field that might not sit well with you. So that's kind of what I want to say about finding the right path for you in regards to the medical field. There's so many options that there's certain ones that would probably rip the core out of you if you were to pursue them, just like nursing, but I'm not sure. But I see that you will do well in this, that you will achieve it. You're going to be walking a fine line between the two, meaning that it's not going to be as easy as being a nurse. It's going to be a higher rank, like almost like a doctor level experience that you're going to have to fight for. A lot of meditation over it, a lot of thinking about it, a lot of time thinking your intentions and what you want your intentions to manifest, because it takes a lot from a person when they're in the medical field, especially for experiencing things. So, but I do see you fighting for a positive outcome. It might just sting you one day, and just you'll know what you want to do, right? So weigh out your options as far as that's concerned. Fight for whatever you want to go for. You go for it. Absolutely, go for it. It's going to be the big turning point of your career, of your life. Going on this journey though, and I think it's very good because it came in the upright. So you're not getting any negative, but make sure you're vocal with what you're requesting from, this situation at the best, right? Because you will be able to make it and fight it. You'll be able to get through the medical school part of it to get to this position. That's very positive in the way that your direction is going, for sure. So definitely in the medical field is, the medical field is showing up in your cards 100%, but it's going to be very tiring taking this, right? So I want you to be aware it's a lot of energy that's going to be good and could be doing it. Right? So make it happen then. That's all you can do. Is if it's something you want bad enough, you'll get it. If it's something that you're kind of about, you probably won't get a chance. Make sure you put your intentions clearly to the universe that you want to succeed at this at all times. There isn't anything you cannot do as a human being. There isn't anything that you can't challenge. But know that medical school is a big challenge for a lot of people. A lot of people don't make it, right? Some people don't actually make it all the way through. So just realize it is a draining experience for anybody to have to go to school, whether it be night school or day school, doing your practicum at night, being a resident at night to finish out your schooling or anything in regards to that. It takes a bit. So you just have to be aware of how much energy it's going to take out of you. Because the energy levels that you're going to have to, deal with in the whole are going to be very draining. Very draining. All right, so who do we have here that needs our reading? You're very welcome, Jazz. Anytime. Yeah. Cool. You like the new cards, do you? You like them, Ash? Check it out. Aren't they cool? Let's see what we got for it. We'll pull Ashley's card and see what she gets today. How's that sound, guys? We're going to pull Ashley a card and just kind of bulldoze her. Let's bulldoze Ashley with some information, Spirit. I want to see what comes out in store for Ashley. 1989 from Spirit, please. We'll give it a few shuffles and we'll take the jump cards. Thank you. Spirit, oh my. Seeing as she said cool. Let's see how cool it is. All right. Let's see what the cards are in store for Miss Lovely Ashley today. Oh, you're the bubble that popped. No, I'm kidding. No, it's the bubble card in reverse. You got nothing floating up, baby. You're sinking. You're sinking, girl. Look at those bubbles. They're popping like faster than you grab a hold of. No, I'm kidding. No. Bubbles up to here. You're ready to drop down and take notice and take initiative to be stronger than the bubble and take on any little people that want to bubble you out, right? I'm the bubble. You're in a bubble. No, I'm kidding. No. Bubbles usually rise. You're going down. You're facing your intuitions and all your requests head on. That's what I see for you, is that you're heading straight into the eye of the storm kind of thing, that you're gonna go below what you're used to. Like it's almost like you're taking a step down in a position, and that everything else seems to be rising around you and you're going down. You might feel that you're been in a depressive state. Let me re-say that, in like kind of a depressed, kind of lethargic mode. Not really like a medically depressed, but you've just kind of depressed yourself just to let some of the feeling out. Okay. Letting the bubbles all just kind of float to the top and let them be dealt with. You're picking and choosing which direction you want to go, whether you want to go up or down. But it's almost like watching a bat hang upside down for a little while it tries to figure out what it's going to do. But you have all the knowledge, and knowledge is being pumped into you 100%. I also see it in the card for you that you're spending a lot of time at peace. Like you're very peaceful now, like you're resting, you're taking care of yourself, you're looking after yourself, like you're not, it looks like you like are so calm and peaceful no matter what direction you're in. But you're a water sign, aren't you too? If I remember correctly, you are a water sign too. So it could be very well that you're finding balance in your sign now, that you're not having to rise. Right, so it could be a lot of energy that you're storing up that you just want to just release and just spend your time resting, right? So you're a water sign. There you go. Scorpio. We just got out of the mood of Scorpio. I think it's going to Cancer, which is me next. I'm not looking forward to it. But you're very well balanced. You're finding the balance to be able to stick it out and not press so hard on when you're wanting something. You're spending a lot of time manifesting, resting to get yourself back in tune with yourself. The balanced version of you being up and the balanced version of you being down. You're looking for the balance in between, and you're trying to manifest it for the greater good. But you are, not spending any energy into it that you would normally. You're taking a more reserved approach to the energy that you're going to be given. So that you can flip yourself upside down at any given time just to get knowledge and enter back into the water existence that you're used to, and find the balance of everything that's kind of gone afloat, right? Everything else is floating. You've put everything on hold. for this moment to be able to just rest. So maybe you're going to plan on taking like a nice break from work or a holiday or something, you know, just for you. Maybe even like a spa day type thing where you're going to just get yourself pampered and enjoy it. You're learning to, you know, morph. You're learning to morph your inner self, and you're starting to reflect it outwardly, which could be a benefit. A lot of people aren't even paying you any notice, but that could be, you know, learning to breathe underwater. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're taking on a lot of challenges that you really don't even need to, and picking and choosing which ones you really want now. I think you're learning how to do that a little bit better. Right? So, hey, look at that. Thanksgiving, I'll be off for a whole week. There you go. So you have the time coming towards you that you're going to spend just for you. Right? You're going to spend a lot of time, and you're going to do well. Right? But just trying to keep yourself balancing that whole week off is going to be something else. But yeah, I do see resting a lot, taking, you know, time for you in the water. So that means like going back to maybe some old little tricks of the trade that kept you like happy, like, you know, having hot chocolate at like 3 o'clock in the morning and just being, you know, just being you, and being able to do things that you forgot how to do. And once you're back in the water, you've remembered everything, right? Everything that you can do and everything you can get into will be manifesting itself, right? So it's almost like you're going to turn into like a kid in the candy store. It's going to be wanting every single candy on the shelf, but can only have, you know, so many at one time, right? You can't have them all at once, but you'll take the ones that you know, your favorite little trades that you like to do at Thanksgiving or whatever time you like to relax, you know, read your books, or, you know, hang out with friends on Facebook, or go out and, you know, have a nice walk, and, you know what I mean? Like, just taking time for you and having everything just kind of be there for you, right? Just time to relax. You're in mermaid mode, like you're in water mode, and you're in your most glorified moments of feeling really good, really confident, excelling at, you know, different things that you're going to go try, right? So it's not a bad card, right? So it's almost like these cards read in reverse to me, right? It does me a balance of good to know that these are, you know, so much more fun to deal with, and you get more intimate readings with them, I think, which is fine. I don't mind them. I should pull a card for myself, because I never do that for myself, do I? I haven't pulled a card yet. Let's do a card on me next. I'm going to pull a card, but I'm going to have a smoke first, because my nerves won't be able to handle it. They will not be able to handle it. Okay. All right. So here we go, people. I'm going to have a smoke, because I'm going to have something to calm my nerves, because I'm going to end up pulling a card for me now. That's going to be scary. I don't know what to expect. But I'm going to start, you know, once in a blue moon, I'll pull a card, and you guys can learn as to what I'm really going through, and, you know. I want to see the new ones coming in. These are the new ones. These are the Clow cards. CLOW. This is a new one. That's what we've been using all night, Daisy. I'm getting Dreaming of the Animal. Is it called Dreaming Animals or Dream Animals? And then I've got another deck of that are similar to the Raider White. Oh, I know, it's the spotlight's on me. I'm gonna have to double down on these ones. We're gonna do a card for me. This should be good, because now you get to see what a reader can read for herself, and you can see what I get to go through on a general basis, right? This is gonna be interesting. I haven't done this yet. It's gonna be oh, really, Karen? You're all gonna be like, what? It's all I'll be hearing in the comments. What? I can see. I bet the animal spirits. All right. Somebody keeps sending me notifications from YouTube. I bet the animal spirit would be a good one. Yeah, I like dealing with like animal spirits and everything. They're so much fun. They are really a lot of fun. So we're gonna start this reading for me. Oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm nervous as to what the cards are going to reveal in front of all of you guys. I'm kidding. I'm not that nervous. Not really. I'm not really that nervous. But we're going to pull some cards for the little me. I want some messages or anything that I need to be focusing my energy on for the next week, please. And how am I being balanced into the situations that I am? And not having to find conflict is the best feeling ever. Drum roll, please. There you go. There's a drum roll. Okay. Okay, I'm doing this with my eyes closed. Okay. All right. We're doing jump cards. I think they're the most effective. All right, here we go. Focusing on my energy. How is my next week for the week of for the November 6th through say the 13th? How is my energy, and what are the situations that I need to take notice from in any direction? There's one. Oh, we're gonna pull 3 cards. We're gonna do a past, present, and future. One more card. We're gonna do a past, present, and future reading. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? I got 2. Okay, there we go. So I think this was number 1. We're taking number 1 first. Okay, so what do we got for past energy? The time. I have all the time in the world. Ah! Look at that! My time is working. Yeah, I got the time. I got the time to sit and help others. I'm not rushing. I'm not taking on anything that's causing my time wheels to be out of balance. I'm very balanced in my time. See that time? The sand in the time thing is balanced. Yay! I got all the time in the world. No. I'm learning to balance my time more. I really am. I'm learning to actually take time for myself. I'm learning to take time, to be giving some of my life and some of my expertise to others. I'm very grateful for that I have been given this time to share with you guys. It's a blessing in disguise. I find a lot of balance in my life now that I'm able to do this. So that's a good card. That's a good start card. The second one, the nothing. Not feeling like I'm nothing, like I have value, that I don't need to be feeling like in a neutral zone all the time, which I used to. I used to stay neutral in everything. I didn't like it. It was too boring. It was too mundane. So I want this to be switched, in which it has, right? I'm not nothing. I am somebody, and I deserve to have things, presented to me in, universally sought, right? So that's me. I am nothing, and I don't look at things as nothing, right? Everybody is something in my eyes, and I'd never make anybody feel like they're not worth anything, right? That wouldn't be a very positive. So we're going to do this reading, and then we're going to go back and we're going to see what the actual cards mean and see how close I was. Okay. Next card is Love and Balance, which has been slacking. It's been not balanced lately. It really hasn't. I haven't had a lot of balance in my love life lately, but I am being protected as I'm, manifesting things by my partner. So he's one of the wings in my heart that has taken flight from me based on the knowledge and the teachings. He's broken away from the being attached all the time and being in each other, 24/7. He's enjoying his experiences, and I'm holding the space of love for him to be able to expand on those experiences for himself. Right? So that's how I see that card. That's what that card represents to me, is that we have balance, but he needs to go off on his own journey. I need to go off on my own journey, but there is love there. Right? So that's what that's telling me about my relationship. Okay. And now the outcome. I'm not even looking at this. What is the outcome? The power. Right? So it's allowing me to be in my power, allowing it to be existent in my life, and to be able to be balancing it, to be able to be able to take a different direction if I need to, the power to decide on what I want to do or how I want to do it, with whom I want to do it with, and how. Right? I'm learning to be more powerful in speaking what I want from more of the universe. It's not a power struggle for me. Like, the power is not like a control issue that a lot of people might experience. It's a lot of power within my knowledge and my higher self and energies to be giving me knowledge to be able to, extend that strength and that wisdom to you guys. See, look at that, the light switched. I wasn't even moving my card. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Oh, I just moved it. Ah! But now it's not doing it. That just gave a big glow, like, that was weird. So yeah, so I don't take my power as foolishness, right? I take my power and I use it wisely. I don't expend it on things that don't need it anymore either. So, all right, so let's go back now and see what the actual meanings were. Flying flowers. I think you can ask Daisy that question. I think she'll have a great answer for you. Okay, so I'm just going to lay on this. And that's a pretty card. Which card? They're all pretty cards. Okay, so the first one we ended up with the time. So I think that was about... See, these are new, so you have to bear with me, okay? And that's not it. Okay, screw flat. Nothing. Okay, so the time card is every experience improves you. Independence. That was my first card that I got, and that's what I said. Learning to expand my time and being able to spend it where I want to spend it. Hey, hey, was I not right? There we go. That's the beginning. Okay, so let's find out what the nothing means. Oh, where are we? Shadow, sword. Okay, so now we're going to see how accurate I was from my own reading. Okay, no. That's all water signs. Oh, and the power card, which I got at the end, means a wish fulfilled, development. See, I'm developing, you guys. I'm allowed to develop my skills and keep moving forward. And I didn't find the nothing card. Sheep, sleep, blah, 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 blah. Turn the roof, freeze the jump. Smell the rain, light and mist, it's waters. Water sign, water sign, water sign. Okay. Shadow, sword. These ones. The wind, the page with dream. Okay, bear with me, I'm finding it, guys. I'm just trying to frickin' get through this. Okay, so we got the power card. Fly the float, erase, the fight, storm, thunder, the wave, the water. It even gives you an idea. Okay, so then nothing. Where is it? I don't have it here. I don't have the nothing page. So I guess it turned into nothing. Because it's not here. It ran away. No. I give energy readings to everybody that comes here that's new to the channel. You will get a free reading, energy reading with me. If you request one. If you request one, then I will do you a reading. That's my one-up for the channel. Yeah, I don't see the nothing page. Hey, why did you turn into nothing there, Mr. Nothing? Okay. So yeah, so anybody does, everybody gets a reading, regardless of when. Yeah, see, I don't see the nothing here. Oh. I must have missed that page. I don't know. And we got the 2 hearts. So yeah, solar power. There's mine. Isn't that fucked? Alright, so that's my reading. What do you guys think of my life? Pretty simple, eh? Makes it look easy, doesn't it? I don't know how easy it is, mind you, because afterwards I'm just feeling nothing, just like bleh. My energy is just not there. So maybe that's what we meant by the nothing. You just float into nothingness. I take a break. I power down almost, it looks like, right? Your phone's about to die. Well, Daisy, go charge it. We gotta still kick it here. Okay, so between the new people that have joined us just in the last little while, who was first in line? Hi again, hi, la la la. Oh no, Daisy. Yeah, Daisy, you can't be leaving. You're my mod for the day. Miss Daisy. Daisy Duke. Okay, so I think, I'm not sure if Sonia Philpott was first or who was first. Does anybody else know in the chat? Flowers is up. Okay, so flowers, flying flowers or something, wasn't it? So flowers is up for her reading. I don't give it any. Okay. Okay, so Sonia, you're after this next reading. So this is an energy reading for flowers. We're gonna call them flowers. That's in my chat that would like to have an energy reading. Just a quick one-on, quick energy reading for him that will be most beneficial to his spirit, most beneficial to his journey, and most beneficial to the spiritual end of things for that person. Okay, so flowers. I'm just gonna call you flowers because that's what it is. How I got it. Do you want me to cut jump cards? What do you want me to do as far as this reading that you want me to have revealed for you today? Do you want jump cards? Do you want me to cut the cards and take the cards off the top? Or do you want me just to cut for your cards all completely? It's up to you. You get interactive with this experience the best I can do that way, right? And then after Sonia, I'm going to be taking a break for a bit. But I'll probably pop on later. It depends on my level of energy. We'll see what happens. We're going on 11 here, so. Do you read astrological charts? No, I don't. I have software to do that for me. I don't have to read it, so it does it all for me. I can read it. I can punch in your information, get you, like your life kind of printout for your life. I can do printouts for your current state based on a birth chart at that. But physically reading to sit in front of me, I can't do that yet. I've been teaching myself to slowly, but I have more fun reading cards than I do actually doing the actual chart in itself. But it's something that I am going to be taking up. Oh, 1 minute. Hang on 1 second, guys. This call I do have to take, so 1 sec. Hello. Hey, how's it going? I'm just actually doing live readings right now. Okay, yeah. Let me know, like, in the morning what time you're going to be out here, and I'll schedule it so I'm not doing anything around that time. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. And that popped up. The lady that has my cards, and she's not able to make it to drop them off because it's late anyway. I kind of want her coming here whatever hour. Okay, so we're going to put you over there. Okay. Sorry, guys, have been moved. Okay, so I'm going to get reconnected here for Flowers reading. I haven't heard that Flowers even say anything yet, so we're going to do a quick one in case Flowers is here and doesn't wish to reveal themselves. We'll do a quick reading for you. Or we can go on to Miss Sonia if Flowers isn't here. But Flowers, if you could say yes or no that you're here, would be great. So we can either do your reading or we can move on to the next person that's waiting. It would be grateful. Going once, going twice. Ashley's going to be my mod while Daisy's. Yeah, flying flowers, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to move on to Sonia. I don't sit here and wait for forever for somebody to answer a question if they're here or not. So we're going to move on to you now, Sonia. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer than I have to. So we are going to move on to Sonia Philpott's reading for November 6th, 2018. Ask spirits and guides and ancestors if there's any messages that we will be able to receive for Sarah, or Sonia, Sarah. Why did I say Sarah? For Sonia, for today. Seeing as we're having so much fun, I know that you'll have positive, negative, that will have balanced energy. Balanced energy for Sonia to receive any messages Okay, Sonia, do you want me to cut the cards? Do you want me to jump card them? Do you want me to cut and pick the top cards off each pile? I don't know how interactive you want to be. If you want me to choose them, that's totally fine too. I can remain neutral in them. That's for sure. So bear with me. So I don't know how you want me to do the cards, Sonia. This is where you get to be interactive, so you can put your energy into the reading as well. Ouch. These cards are giving me calluses already. As interactive as possible. Okay, so you get to choose how you want your cards dealt. If there's a certain way that you've done from other readers, tell me and I will do them that way. Interactive as possible. So you get to choose. What I mean is, okay, so you can choose, like from the deck, it starts this way. You can either have me just do jump cards after I do my shuffle, and meaning that is that I just shuffle them more, and then I wait for cards when they jump out of the deck for your message. Or we can do the stacks, whereas I cut them into like whatever stacks I'm asked to put them into, and then we take cards off top of them. We can just cut the card with just a regular cut and pull your cards every time I cut. I think that people have a lot more fun when they get the jump cards. It seems like the energies pull them out of the card deck. I don't know. Take consensus from the room what is best. Whichever they feel, maybe ask one person in the room how they want to do it. Maybe that's, just ask for advice. That's what we're all here for, is to be jump cards. Okay, we'll do jump cards. Not a problem, Sonia. So we're going to shuffle them a few more times so we can get the accuracy. And we're going to do jump cards from my energies and spirit guides to please give us messages for Sonia. Hey, they're jumping. See, they're jumping already. They're trying to get out already. So you must have some serious messages going to be coming in for you, lady. A little excitement for you. See, look at that. They're just jumping everywhere. But those aren't ones that we use yet. I have to be actually physically shuffling them a different way for them to be having full effect. But we're going to get to them because they want to come out. So, jump cards for Miss Sonia Philpott's reading tonight. An energy and on where she is pertaining to her life, her finances, her employment, whatever messages you can give would be great. Thank you very much, Spirit. So we're going to shuffle until we get more jump cards for you, Sonia, and see how many we get. Oh, there we go. There's two more for you. And there's one. Okay, so that's what jump cards do. They jump out of the deck. Like, it's very interesting. I can even basically see them even flipping them up as they're looking at them as I'm shuffling to pick whatever card, right? So this is your reading. So we got the shield, the sword, the mace. Everything's kind of chaotic for you. It seems like nothing's going right for you right now. It seems like nothing is going right for you right now. Everything you're trying to do right now is working in an opposite direction. You're not actually able to balance anything yet. So you're probably in the early stages of your awakening. I think that felt like you've been tied down. That you've been so restricted, and you're finding it. Oh, Chianti's here. Sorry about that. So it feels like you're being kind of restrictive in things that you're doing. You're not allowing yourself to express, or people aren't allowing you to be expressed. The shield is in reverse. That you've never learned to actually shield your emotions or shield you from things in life, but it's got you tied down in regards to your situation right now. You feel very tied. The shield is too close. That everything is trying to bind you from ever, almost like seeing it for what it's worth. It's being kept in place by yourself. You're not allowing yourself to see what is the amazing part about this. Even the sword is even restricted, right? It's tied into a certain way and certain beliefs that you have that have been allowing you this restriction. all your life. You've been restricted by these beliefs that you've had, right? And you're tired of running in that little see, this always reminds me of, like, you know, those mazes they'd put like rats or mice, like um, um, those little what do they call them, they clinical mice. They have to run through a certain maze to get the treat. Like, you're tired of having to do so much before you get the result. um, you know, you're running through like a maze and still not seeing the results that you want from this. It's got you caught in, you know, not being able to see over the walls, right? That you're trapped in that maze, that you end up hitting brick wall after brick wall after brick wall after brick wall, I think. There we go. So that, you know, you're running in this maze that you can't seem to see where you're going. You've been blocked, like the shield is blocking you finding your way through this mess or the match, right? And everything's not working out. Like the dream that you had before these beliefs were made to harden you almost, like this experience has made you a lot harder, harder spiritually, that you don't put up with a lot. You've been through enough, right? You know, you're done with all this past life and past energy situations that are not allowing you to expand in your position, to be able to dream, to be able to create, to be able to, you know, not take everything so seriously. But I do see after this transition that you're going through right here, that you become a beautiful swan, that you grow into your strength due to these situations that have arisen in the past, have actually helped you in your transformation. I do believe that your transformation, because now at the end, we started with the shield where everything is being controlled by outer forces, right? So if you look at the shield card in reverse, it has chains wrapping around it. So it's restricting you, keeping you in your place, keeping you complacent in your situation at this current time, right? And then you had the sword that is in reverse where it's being constricted as well. And here's the maze upside down. It's got you twisted everywhere. You don't know which way it is to head, up or down, left or right, front and center, you know. And then you have your dream card, which you're not manifesting anything. You're being held back from, you know, having your dream. There's something holding you, person, place, or thing that's holding you back from achieving something. But if you let go of that and just start dreaming again and manifesting, you can turn this card upwards by, you know, your own manifestations, to thinking more positively, being more creative with yourself, and dreaming anything. Take faith in yourself to create a dream. Like when you dream, take notice. Maybe there's a dream that you'll have in the next while that will shed some light into this past life trauma or past situational traumas that you've been facing throughout life, that you just feel worn out from doing all the time over and over again, right? So maybe pay attention to your dream state a little bit better and a little bit closer. There may be details in your dreams that you're missing. I also feel that this can also achieve into your final stages of you turning into this gorgeous, beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. At the end of the transformation, this will be you, and you'll be able to just spread your wings and be able to fly if you let go of the past burdens and information that you've been carrying around for so long. I really do see you growing and manifesting into a more positive situation, that things will become more beautiful and more astoundingly gorgeous spiritually than you've ever felt before, right? The overall energy I get is that you're being constricted in everything you do. And in order for you to have the complete transformation, you need to start focusing on yourself and what your intuition and your feelings, whether it be dreams or, you know, you have a deja vu about something, just be aware of it. You know, you've been hurt a lot in the past. And maybe that's what this constriction is that you're not allowing your heart to breathe or to feel anymore, because you've been through so much, excuse my French, so much bullshit in your life that you can't, you're blocking it from your heart. You're the one blocking your dream from happening itself, because you're carrying on all this past energy that's not yours to carry on. It doesn't have to be yours to carry on. You can let go of it. Let it go back to wherever it started, manifesting from. And maybe you might have to go back and do some self-work, in regards to releasing these change from being constrictive on you. You'll be able to figure the maze out better once you get rid of the restrictions and the shields that are blinding you at this time. You asked for a blinding message, did you not? I think it was somebody had said even there, do you do blinding messages? Was it not you that said this? Okay. So I think this is you that asked for a blinding message, and your first card you got was the shield, which is blocking. It's blinding you. It's like, wearing glasses over, right? So there you go. It's a blinding message. It's and there you are in this card with your blinders on. Her eyes are covered. She's not seeing anything that she's not seeing anything that you want to see. There's nothing that you want. So you should just manifest into things that you do want, because you've been hurt so many times. It's blinded you. You're numb. Literally numb. But with all the extra work that you do, this can be you. You can end up growing into the most glorious, featureless bird and have, everything all perfectly aligning if you just focus a little bit more onto yourself. All right, this is what you deserve. This is what you deserve to be. You deserve to be the gorgeous bird in the park, the most elegant, the most noticeable, but it will be drastic, noticeable changes to you because you're so used to being blinded, right? But just the bird, the grace that I feel from this bird and its wings is just phenomenal. You're going to have such a phenomenal expansion and breaking away from all this stuff, like that looks like the bird's wings are in chains. Like the end result is the wings on the bird will be free enough to fly. That's what I get, right? That's what I receive, because those look like wings, right? They do look like wings. Something is constricting you from moving forward or moving up in the world, so because we've got the bird here. Okay, hang on. We got the bird at the end result, and we got constriction of that bird in the beginning. You see how that works? So this is what happens between this point and this point is up to you. It's up to you to manifest the right situation that takes you from being constricted to being able to finally grow into yourself. The real you. The lovely, the beautiful, the elegant, the most noticeable changes will be in effect. Right? And here you are being constricted by the sword, which is restricting your dreams. Right? And it doesn't have to be the maze that you're thinking and hard work that it has to be. Is the central point right here, is how you're feeling. You're feeling that there's a lot of work that has to be done, but in all reality, a lot of it doesn't have to be even noticed if you just follow your intuition and think for yourself, right? So that's something in regards to the overall, as well as, removing the chains of doubt, removing the chains of fear, removing all that stuff that is constricting you. To be able to fly, right? It's holding you down. It's holding you like you're a giant balloon, like a big helium balloon that somebody's gone and chained so it can't float away. You see what I mean? So there's some restriction by somebody or by a certain situation that's not allowing you to fly and become the gracious bird that deserves to fly, that has wings to fly, So it's all about learning and taking off the blinders. Start dreaming again. Say to yourself, I want to have a dream when I go to sleep. And guaranteed you probably will. Knowing this, now that may open up the channels for your spiritual connection to come through, whether it be in a dream or however it works, that it'll come through and be a blessing to you. It'll give you some insight on how to learn to fly again, right? Because you're so combobulated with all this, chaining of you down, chaining you to a certain situation that you're so tired of being. That's why they're worried you're going to float away, that you may move on without them, right? So if you want to fly, you have to release the chains. And you can ask yourself, your subconscious, you can ask friends for advice as well as to how to break free from this. It's something that is afflicting you as a person, that's not allowing you to spread your wings. So usually if that's the case, there's probably a person, place, or thing, or anything that is taking you and holding you down, that's not letting you go. So this could be a relationship that you're coming out of, or have come out of, that's tying you down to the old way of living, old way of being, old way of going, and it's not letting you advance because it doesn't want to let you go. So in that sense, it's probably a relationship or a business job opportunity that might come through for you that's going to be a lot more prosperous and allowing you some expansion, like being able to stretch your wings out, after being so tight in a certain position for years, right? You're so tired of that tied feeling, is what I'm picking up here with the cards for you. So, you've got a lot not looking up positive, but in the end, it's positive information that's going to be able to change all this negative kind of draining, bringing you down. It's going to change for you. That's where the dramatic change is going to be from, like, one ugly bird to a gorgeous, elegant swan. You're going to transition into like a beautiful swan, a gorgeous bird. Like, the beauty is within it, right? And you have to find the beauty within it and let go of all this shit from the past. Just let it go. If you want to deal with it, deal with it. If you want to just push it away for a while and start on a new path, by all means go, right? You deserve this. What is deserving at the end is deserving of you. And only you can make yourself figure out what all this extra means. Like all this extra, t-shirts, pants, and socks in your suitcase, and how it got there and why it's there. Now it's time to take that extra socks out of your suitcase so your suitcase can finally close again, and let it go. You don't need that much. Be very simple in what you're asking or what you're trying to deal. And if you don't want to deal with something that comes up to the surface, you can pack it back away and deal with it at a later time. You don't have to do it all in one shot. Do it gradually. Like, this is a gradual thing. It takes you some time to, hop to the main card. You started with it's almost like you started with a broken wing, but in order you're bandaging it up so that you can repair it and you can become, what you're deserving of 100%. It's beautiful. At the end, you'll learn to fly. You'll be able to take yourself anywhere when you get there, right? So that's what I see for you, Sonia. Glad I could have done the reading for you. Glad it was insightful. It gives you a little bit of a kick, into a direction that, maybe you didn't think of or have the insight to think of before that, right? We're all here just to exist and to help you have a better human experience. This is why I do what I do. Okay? So thank you for stopping by. Please don't forget to share, comment to this video. It's been a blessing to me to bring you guys messages of positive and abundance and all the good things. Even if we have to do a little work to get there, it'll be worth it in the end. 100% will be worth it in the end. Right? But we have to work a little bit. You're very welcome. Thank you for showing up, Shirley. I really enjoy being able to give you guys a free kind of first message of the day. Donations and everything can be made at can be made to me at www.paypal.me/Mystic Shaman 333 is my donation link. I think I'll put it in the video link here, or somebody can type it out. Maybe Ashley could be a nice girl and type that out for me for them to be able to link in if they want to make a donation, for whoever's in the room. So I don't know how many people are here, but it says that there's how many? 10. Okay, so there's 10 people, so I don't know if there's anybody else that's asking for one as well. But I'm here. I'm just sitting here enjoying my evening with all you guys and all your fabulous energies, and it's really been a blessing to see that the amount of viewership has gone up on my channel. I really want to say thank you to all my subscribers and first timers and second timers. Oh, sure. Okay, no problem. I haven't checked any of it. I don't really check it until the day's done. Then I'll go in and check it and I'll give the shout outs the following day to people that have done, great donating for me to be able to keep this channel going, to be able to keep going and delivering the channel. I believe you were. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so I wouldn't know if there was anybody else before you. I don't know if Ashley can look through that for me, because I do go in the order that people show up. And if you've had a reading here before, there's... Oh, thank you, Keontae Mosley. You're an amazing little woman. Thank you very much for liking the Lord. I really appreciate the likes and love. So here's some love going back to you. I'm going to, when I'm done with these, I can pull a card for you just for liking the video. Why not, right? Just have it given to us and be appreciative of everything that we have together and keep the channel moving. Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to do one for Queen Bean. She wants to know what her love life is going to be like for the month of November. The month of November, we want to know for Queen Bean, what is in store? Is there going to be a relationship or no relationship? Is there going to be positive moves and towards a relationship, or good notions for the relationship for Miss Queen? Greatly appreciated. Okay, so what do you want me to do with your cards? Do you want me to cut them? Do you want me to jump card them? Do you want me to pull the cards randomly? I don't know what you want, but this is where you get to be internally involved with your existence. It's totally up to you as far as how you want them done. Your call is my call, and I won't call it unless you call it. So make a call. Call the universe. Jump cards, please. All right, well, doing jump cards for Miss Queen Bee again. It's very popular tonight, you guys. It's very popular to my energies, and I appreciate you guys working so well with me and my new cards. It's been a trip. So, Queen Bee, can we find out relationship advice for Miss Queen Bee? Oh, 5 cards. Is there one more card? Oh, that's what's my slip of the hand there. Is there one more card in relation to her love life? The outlook card for Miss Queen Bee for the month of November, please. We need one more card, Spirit. We're going to do a 6-card spread. We need one more card. So we're going to do present and future, please, for Miss Queen. There we go. So that's the final card. That's your outcome card. So we have the sleep. Have you been not sleeping well? Has this been something on your mind that has been in correlation to a relationship? I don't see how that could, either that or you've been going too long on this and trying to figure out that it's caused, you're trying to wave your wand to create it. I don't see, you've got a magic wand. You're able to manifest love, but your energy fields, I think, are down for the manifestation. You haven't been able to sleep, so you're not getting the information that universe is trying to show you, right? You're kind of, in dreamland. You're dreaming about the person that you want. You're trying to manifest the person that you want, but you're off balance. You're off balance, so maybe that alignment. See, like, she's not very aligned, is she? She's not very, all in one. She's kind of like, all over the place, like contorted to different ways of being that, you feel like you're having to change way too much for people. Your balance and your alignment for this relationship to show up is not balanced. But this is a bizarre card for me to read. I want to say something, but I don't know if you're going to take it offensively or not. So I'm just going to say it because I don't sugarcoat here. You got your hand to your ear. You're listening to whatever you're looking based on what you're hearing. Okay, you're not basing it on what you want. You're just basing it on what you're hearing everywhere. Like you've got like a wing growing from your ear in this picture. Like you're basing it all on hearsay. See what I mean? You got a wing growing out of your ear. Like, what does that mean that you're going to float away with this information? It could be maybe you're filtering too much of a relationship or situations. You could very well be filtering the outcome of the situation more. Being selective hearing. You're only being selective to yourself. But you're ready to pull out your magic wand and make things happen. You're wanting to manifest love. You're wanting to have all these things, but you're not doing it on your own accord. You're basing it all on audio information that you're receiving. So it could be maybe people are arranging this for you, or people have made comments in regards to you wanting to date or to be out there dating, and people are giving you advice on this. You could be listening to your friends, family, and really kind of shrugging off their advice. That could be the other reason. That's what I'm picking up now, is you're just kind of like, you've had it with all the bullshit, you've had it with all the games, you've had it with everything else, so let's try to do a different avenue, and you're listening to everybody else. Okay, that's how I perceive it. You're like a spoiled school kid, or a spoiled little girl that deserves to have the pedestal that you're seeking. But you're seeking a pedestal, which I don't think which I don't think is where you're gonna be. You're balanced. You're trying to balance on your tippy toes on one leg, right? That's what I'm getting. I'm doing it my way, and I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do it this way, and nobody can say anything about it, right? Got your hands on your hips, like, you're very confident in this, and that's fine. I'm not saying anything, but that's what the energy just told me to do. If that makes sense to you, if that resonates with you, then it's just what I'm told. So you got the sword. You're being restricted. You're restricting yourself from growing or being able to pull out your sword and make things happen because you're so up in everything. So you got the sword. It's going to restrict you, having that energy around you like that. That's what's going to cause this not to happen. It's barricading everything. The cockiness or the arrogance of deservingness. You're not taking it with a humble acceptance of what you're giving, right? You need to be humbled, and that's unfortunate because you need to be brought back down to the real world. Okay, the real world is not what you want it to be. It's not based on a tantrum child where I'm the princess and I get everything. Princess attitude don't work here. Okay, the wave. So with that, the wave has come in to wash you out, wash you back in. Okay, wash you out, wash you in. So out with the old, in with the new. Out, 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 in, out, in, out. So I don't know if you've got a revolving door of people that, that could be intimidating to someone maybe seeking your hand in a relationship. But there's a lot of out and in, out and in, out and in. So maybe it's because your relationships have always just kind of went out, never came back, and brought you something new. Out and in, right? So your relationships are suffering, right? The dark. Oh, the dark. You're spending your energy way too much, and you're feeling the physical pain of living, or you've been trying to manifest dark angels or dark energy, which isn't a good thing. Just saying. Don't be manifesting any magic from the black side or from the dark side, because that could hinder everything. End result is this no. So you're not getting the peaceful feelings. You're not getting the peaceful enlightenment that you want. This dark matter that you've been possibly entertaining is going to have an effect on your peacefulness. We don't mess around with the dark. We don't ask anything of the dark side. We don't ask anything for black magic. We don't ask for anything black or dark. We always want to be aware, peaceful, at a serene state of being. But you're trying to manifest from a dark side a lover. We don't do that. We don't deal with black magic. Black magic has no standing here. So if you're trying to manifest for your own self-gratification, and it's going to cause harm to someone else, I would be very careful if it's not pulling somebody out of a relationship so that you can be with them. Okay? We don't like dealing with, I personally don't, deal with people or places or things that are dark. I won't step in that frickin' world ever with the knowledge that I know, and it can happen. You can vocally say something to somebody when you're mad, and that will usually iterate throughout the universe, and it will end up becoming a manifestation that you've created. And I'm just telling you straight from my experiences, you don't want to play in that field, because you will end up with debt, and it comes back to you more than you'll ever wish on. So if you're wishing for someone and you're using dark magic to do it with, good luck. I wish you all the best, because I won't help. I will step back. I won't help you. I will step away, because I don't want no karmic debt coming back on me even. So if that's black magic, I don't want it to come back to you, but I'm going to say, based on the knowledge that I know, it's going to kick you in the fucking ass. And your peacefulness and your sereneness is not going to happen because of it. Just saying. There's dark magic going on around you somehow. There's some way that you're creating this darkness, and it's causing conflict in your peacefulness. So you have to really clear the airwaves. Maybe your intention has not been clarified or cleansed or spiritually cleansed. You really need to start working from within and dealing with this darkness that maybe someone has placed on you. This black magic could be something that somebody has placed on you. Cannot fall in love, like a past relationship. Can even just say, I hope she never finds anybody. And I'm not saying this so that it'll come true. I'm just saying that this could be something that somebody's placed on you that could be taking over, and the darkness has you at a weak state to be able to come in and trick you. Okay, it could very well be the ways could be washing out emotions, some past emotions. It could very well be maybe it is realizing. Okay, this is going to make sense now. Realizing that you have balance. If you want it to be negative and positive, you have twins more or less sitting here. One female's light, one's good, one's bad. And maybe you're finding out that you have the balance now. This could be an another position that you're taking, seeing as they're both in reverse. You may be facing the darker side of things of your personality that need to be healed before you can have peaceful and great relationships. Maybe there's some healing that needs to go on within the dark side of yourself that you haven't looked at in the darkest corner. Yeah, it could be negative. But it does have balance. This is where you're going to find your balance in yourself to be able to carry and manifest what you were here. So this is like you as a child, like a child energy, being like all selfish and wanting everything now. And this could be the balance and the woman that you've grown into after you've realized about this balance that you require to be in a relationship. You see what I mean? So there's two beautiful women in the end that are trying to balance each other, but you're unaware of how to get this balance to work for you. But I do see, going from like a little pixie kind of child energy into manifesting into a beautiful woman after you've done your work for healing, and you find the balance after. You see what I mean? But you need to have the balance of both worlds within yourself and understand the dark and the light. The dark usually likes to have things now, and the light is willing to wait. So there's your balance. The balance in between is very subtle, but you end up finding the balance and learning that you need to heal the dark to get to light, or you're bringing the light into the dark so that you can create that healing atmosphere for your childlike energy that may be surrounding you and causing you a lot of grief. It's generating energy that is really not needed anymore. You can't be sitting waiting for that pedestal to fall out of the sky, and you're going to get on it, and then you're going to wonder why nobody's pushing you, because you haven't healed one part or the other to make the balance. See, like your black and your white. Both are beautiful, amazing sides to you that can manifest into gorgeous, absolute gorgeous balance within you, right? So, like you're trying to figure it all out and you're humbly asking for help. Just focus on that. Ask the universe to provide you help to deal with this. Pray on it. Meditate on it. Ask the universe for answers more. I'm going to ask for clarifying cards in a second here, but I just want to say that you do have the option to find balance. This is going to be something that you'll be able to have after you've kind of let that little childlike energy go. Things that happened to work for you in the past maybe aren't working for you now because they're so young. It could be a younger version of you that you're trying to return to. It could also be somebody putting dark energy into a relationship and they're not even associated with a situation that you haven't given up, but you are finding you're not so. Okay, there's another thing that just popped out at me. Okay, so you're used to everything being scattered. You're used to the chaos. You're used to all this stuff, but then at the end, you need to find calmness. See, like, look at this girl. She's going frazzled. She's going right out of her mind to try to make this work and find balance. Whereas the snow is peaceful altogether. Not panicking. But the other one is panicking. It's worried that you're letting go of something maybe from the past that has a right to be part of your life. It could be a friend or a person or a situation that used to drive you just absolutely nuts over, or you're going nuts over a guy that you need to be more reserved as a female and be more serene when you're dealing with people, not so feeling like you got to be all over the place and energy, just a burst of energy all the time. There's a lot of meanings between the two of these. There is a lot of energy that both can balance each other. And you have to understand which part you're coming from. Which side are you? Are you the dark side right now and you're screaming for hope and everything you ever can imagine, and you're not seeking it from a calmer state of mind? Maybe you're seeking from a crazy, all over the place kind of thinking strategies, whereas you should be more calm and serene thinking to maybe balance so your hair's not flying everywhere, kind of thing. Right, so there's a lot of insight into these cards for you. There's like numerous messages that it's time for you to open up and hear. Right, it's time for you to open up, grow up, and start acting your age, and start looking at it from a more mature aspect. Okay, does that make sense? Oh, my elbow! I was leaning on the table for too long. So your outcome card is the Cloud. You'll be in the clouds if you follow your personal growth. So you're the cloud. You're in the clouds, looking down, feeling good. Everything's working out. Everything's healing. So you're above the clouds. You're in happiness. You're positive. Everything is floating above. Everything's coming up, and everything's, manifesting into a more peaceful state of mind above all the rest, right? And so your outcome can be very favorable, provided you allow yourself to bend the energy, change the route, change the avenue, change the thought, change everything that's bringing you further pain, that's not letting you grow. Because you can grow into the most amazing thing as well, and you will get it if you follow your heart and your mind, and not go off the wall, off the deep end, off a flying building without wings. You know what I mean? Like, you'll have to have the balance, and you'll gradually come to this state of being in a cloud, right? Where everything is, kind of stored for us to look at. So then maybe that's where you start looking at yourself as, from a different perspective outside yourself, maybe through journaling. Write it down in a journal book, come back to it a couple weeks later and see if your perspective hasn't changed, because it probably will. right? So what was that? Yeah, you're never lacking. Anything that you need is provided to you. Anything that you request once your healing's done is even more phenomenal than you thought before your healing. Everything is good, right? Everything can be a happy, above the cloud, final moment. And you don't have to be always in the three-dimensional. You can do this through meditating. You can manifest through prayer. You can manifest through spiritual work, like all the stuff that you need to take your focus off right now and just focus on getting the balance that you need right now and focusing on yourself, right? We don't want to stay at this little child energy and listening to the advice of others instead of taking action for ourselves, right? To get up here. So it's time how you grow from a small energy to, a very, right? So you want to take advice of that. Reflect on the, outside existing and looking deeply at yourself from an outside perspective very well could be an answer into dealing with, the balance that you're seeking, the waves that are coming in and washing stuff away and then, leaving it clear until the next wave comes in. Like you're so tired of, the next one, the next one, the next one, when you're standing around and you're not even doing anything. But the waves are crashing. The waves are coming in and out, in and out. Opportunities are coming and going, coming and going, coming. And you're not seeing them for what they are because you haven't healed to be noticeable of them, right? So you have a good aspect, you'll be a lot more humbled after you've gone through this experience. 100%. You will be in the clouds if you just be a humble observer for the universe, I think. It's the best way to put it. But see, look at the difference. Look at that. Remember, you can go from the girl to the woman in the work you do. So I'm done with the girl. We want womanhood. We want to be mature. We want to be a mature adult about this and seek only things that will benefit you. Okay? You're very welcome. Very welcome, Queen Bee. So there you go. All right, Daisy. Who's the next one? I've got another half an hour I can spare. Actually, I got all night to spare. I got all the time in the world to spare. Give me a second, though. I do have to check in on my baby kittens and see what they're doing, if they're sleeping or what they're doing, because they were sleeping with me last night. So give me like 5 minutes, guys. You're welcome, Queen Bee. Gotta bring the little one out here. Sorry, guys. She was climbing underneath my nightstand table drawers. So I just have to bring her out here. There you go, baby. She blends into the blanket. She blends right into the blanket. Here's Mama. Okay. I just need 2 seconds. Hang on. Oh. Okay, I'm back. It just took me a minute. I just had to go and grab me an apple because I need to eat something while I'm still channeling. So I was feeling my energy levels go down a bit. Sugar levels. So I'm just having a quick nibble. So I don't know who's next. I think Vinny's had a free one. Okay, so Keontae. We're doing yours then? Okay, so who's next? I don't even know. Hang on, let me see here. Hold up. I'm here. And I don't have any lights on in my house. This is like blowing my mind away. I'm just having a quick nibble here before I start again. I should just do like an all-nighter thing. Right? I think I'll just do like an all-nighter. Definitely do an all-nighter. So welcome to my channel. I'm Amy. Here to do tarot card advice and guidance for whoever is in need. If you've had a reading done by me already, the first one's free, but the second one I'd like to have a donation or some sort because I can't keep doing this for free. But yeah, so the oracle cards that I do have now are different than anyone you've actually probably seen on YouTube, but hey, I love them. I intuitively channel the messages that are channeled from Spirit for you all to hear. You know, my current pricing goes is 15 minutes, $10.10 for a 15-minute read. 30 minutes will be, I think it was $25.52. And then the 45 is 37 and 73 cents. So it's like a mirror of the first two numbers. And an hour is $45.54 for an hour, with each additional 30-minute $15. So the oracle ones you can add on top an extra $5 to $8. Seeing as they do charge me a fee every time a transaction is done, they charge me like $1 something per transaction that goes into my PayPal. So if you can add like another $5 to $6, $7, whatever. So oracle cards are a little more in depth than the tarot rider waits, I find. So I'm grateful to be able to offer the oracle ones. Tonight you can get the oracle ones for the price of the regular tarot ones, but the oracle prices will be posted at a later date. So yeah, so tonight I'm giving the oracle for the prices that I just stated for a couple days. It'll be a special for probably a week or so, and you can get the readings for the traditional, just general tarot reading. But if you're ordering a private one, please email me at shamanemme333@gmail.com to set up a private reading, time, question, whichever you'd like. You know, whether you want a traditional or an oracle reading. They're different in kind of meaning, so we kind of need to keep them kind of separate in the billing as well. Just regenerating here. So I think that was pretty much all that. What happened? Am I missing something here? What are we talking about? Okay, I'm missing you guys. Hang on, let me get caught up. I'm just babbling away. Okay, so Keontae Mosley's next. Okay, so you're just wondering if things get better. Thank you, Sonia, for the new subscriber. Thank you. Well, me and my daughter's dad work things out, if so when. Okay. So can I rephrase the question that you're asking? You're asking if the there's a future in seeing that you guys are going to be at least civil, or things are just really going like they're separate ways in regards to when you're dealing with your daughter, which is really unfair on one parent's side or the other parent's. It's a very rough thing in itself just to have to go through a separation when there's children involved. Trust me, I know. I sacrificed everything so my children could have their dad in the country and allowed him full guardianship. That was the only way I was able to get him to stay. So I can sympathize with you on that one. Yeah. You come on up here. Come on, little bird. You get up here and lay down. There you go. My little bird. This is my children now. These are my children. Baby's gonna go lay down for a little bit. No, I can ask a question. Not a problem. I'm just having a nibble here because I gotta regenerate. Okay. Let's get this reading started. So for Q&A, can we find out, in regards to her daughter, will they be able to possibly mend the way they have been handling things, or if there's a better route or avenue they could take in regards to their personal relationship that doesn't affect their daughter. Camera fell over, guys. You better be careful. That could be creepy. Could be the spirits getting mad. It could be them getting mad. Wow. Okay. So I'm just sitting here. More or less, I would take that as a sign from the spirit realm right now, is to knock it out. There's no possible way that could have fallen over. Not a possible way. But we're going to find out what the spirit realm has to say. Later on, I'm going to put the spirit box on for a bit and see if it's got any messages too again. And there might be some messages coming through right now that I'm not picking up on. So I want information for Q&As. Personal relationship with their daughter's dad. Will it be healed? Or is there something that needs to be done before the fix can be done? So I ask Spirit to give me any messages today. And I'm just going to cut them into 4. So is there... Okay, so the first card I picked for you is the dark. The dark card. I see that you're blocking a lot of this relationship because of the hurt that you suffered, for sure. You're not entering into a casual relationship. At most, you're gonna basically not have any interaction but for your daughter's sake, is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you're only doing this for the sake of your daughter, that you're going to make sure that things happen. But I see you're blocking a lot of this right now. You're not feeling like in your game to wanting to deal with some of the stuff that you're having. You've got your hands full. Definitely got your hands full of whatever you are trying to balance. But it's going opposite of what you were hoping. If that makes sense to you. There's an opposition that's not working in your favor at this current time. With your hands being full, you're not able to grasp onto anything more than what you have, which is hard. You wish you had more hands in the world to be able to help you balance this situation out. So that's your first initial energy for the reading. The move. Are you planning on moving? Like relocating? This possibly could be a relocation card. You might have to make a move on your part to make things kind of balance themselves. But I do see that there could be some far distance or near distance. It could be just relocating your house, relocating altogether. So it could be something in regards to a move that might have to take place for it to, kind of work its way out. So we're just going to notate from here next. And then you got the fight. So that's representing that, there's big changes are not going to be as big as you expected. There are going to be slight changes. But there is big intention with this one. And I can't remember what the full meaning was. But, you're not having to put up so much resistance to the situation. It'll work itself out without having to cause any external aggravations as far as it's concerned. And then we'll pull an outcome card from the final deck. So you're not really feeling up to anything right now. You're just kind of working in the opposite direction of flying in the clouds. Like you're hitting a lot more work, more challenges. So you're not feeling really above the clouds at this moment. You're kind of below, almost like below feeling 100%. But you're looking upwards. You're looking up at the positives that are going to possibly come out of this from the move. The move, and the fight could be in relation to your custody agreements. There might be placed situations that might kind of dampen the mood, kind of dampen you down, dampen your spirits as far as moving in a right direction. But don't let that bring you down. Okay, that could be a result of, finally being able to be balanced without having to fight for everything, having to fight, just to exist type thing, right? So we're going to put all the decks together and we're going to get a final outcome. But you do have the strength and the wisdom to move forward with this. It's showing me you've had enough of the fighting. It's just been dark. It's just been weary. It's just been tiring being, having to take everything on. That could be your dark energy just coming through and just saying you're exhausted. Right? Definitely exhausted. So we have a good time. We don't like people being down. We don't like to see, so much personal parts of people. I don't like seeing, everything kind of, turn upside down for someone as a result of moving. It's like you're sacrificing more than you're willing to give. And that's the part I think that's bugging you the most, is that you're not feeling like it's even like I'm just totally mellowed out. I'm kind of like a numb feeling. I feel numb. Like I don't feel like you have even any life left. You know what I mean? Like just so much that you're having to take on that it's weighing you down, and I'm just not feeling any life in yourself, right? I'm feeling lifeless. Like how much more can you take of this energy is what I'm asking. Like you're just spent, but you're holding on for dear life right now. Like you're spent right out of any energy that's going to do any good. So we want to send you some positive experience energies. Please give us something good for her to have to look forward to. If there's a sweet message that will assist in her not having to feel so bombarded, so alone, so distressed in all she's doing as far as her daughter is concerned with her. I want a positive message here that, gives her an okay to move forward. The song. So I got the song and the mirror. So the song popped first. So, you're going to be rejoicing when this is all done. You're going to be happy. You're going to find the balance from doing, some look in the mirror kind of moments at yourself and look how good you've done everything. Everything you've done when you look in the mirror is nothing to be ashamed of. Everything is like you can sing, you can be happy, you can dance, you can do anything. Just even telling yourself once a day, or twice a day, whatever it takes. Whenever you see yourself in the mirror, I'm gorgeous, I'm fabulous. Do some affirmations, positive affirmations, and you will end up singing like a lark. Okay, you're going to sing your song and you're going to make people hear it. You're going to sing it so loud that people are going to start paying attention to you and listening to you and making it a lot easier, right? You know, like there isn't anything negative. Just look in the mirror. Tell yourself, give yourself a vote of confidence even. Just sing, even enjoy music. Just enjoy everything around you. There is so much for you to receive, right? You don't have to be restricted anymore. You know, the fight was making you restricted. Below the fight card, you were feeling restricted on your end. You don't have to feel restricted. You know, the fighting is done with. That's over. It's time to release the chains of the past, and just move on for you and your daughter. You know, that's what matters. Right? Let that sword stay where it is. Let it be binded. Let it, you know, we don't need swords to fight the battle. We just need the music, the happiness, the good feeling. You know, from dark you went into a light energy. You know, everything is moving forward. From the move, you're going to be loving the move. You're going to love the fact that you move. If that's what you're going to move into, you know, a place where you don't feel like you're constricted. And maybe because living in your mom's house might left you kind of restricted. You didn't get to live your life as you want to live it. So that could be the constriction, right? So in regards to the cloud, final card of the read, we are going to hit the big. Oh, the big came through. Look at that. There's some big things happening for you. The big go big or go home type attitude, right? Your attitude is going to change from this. You know, like you're confident in everything you're doing. You're independent. You can go anywhere you wish. You've got your throat chakra clearing right now, where you're able to use your voice more, requesting what you want from the move or where you want to move. Those things all have an effect if you ask the universe for them. You know, so you'll be singing to your heart's content, and then at the end, look at how light. You started out dark. You started out drum, kind of drum. Can't take it no more. Just fed up. Look at that. From beginning to end, you got the balance. From all this happening, this will create balance for you. Believe it or not. You started dark. You started negative. You started everything. Just forget it. Like, don't want to do it no more. Didn't know anything. Now you've got the light card. You've come into the light and realize that, you know, it doesn't result on anyone but me. I don't have to lay my end result with anybody but me. I'm the only one that has to be accountable for me and my daughter. You know, like you can, you know, turn things around. Definitely. Right? Oh, plug my phone in before I die too. Don't want anything going down, that's for sure. Looking at all the positives that are in place now. Like you don't have one inverted car on the bottom, which is your future, right? Everything's up and up. Everything's up and up. Everything's done in the way that it needs to be done as far as the universal will help you take care of. 100%. But you're going to hit the big time. You're going to feel the growth. You're just going to feel like you've morphed into like a higher, like a more solid, more stand-up-ish kind of energy where you fight for what you believe in and you're not giving up. You know, you're doing it for the sake of being a little bit lighter in things that you're dealing with. You know, hang out and enjoy music. You know, just spend time for yourself and your daughter. I really see that as a positive move. The move is going to be a positive outcome for you, which is great. I'm very glad that it is showing itself as that. You'll find balance with it, whatever you so choose in regards to this move out. You'll find everything that you need. At first, it won't feel like it. You know, it'll feel kind of, you know, not what you wanted, 100%. But you're gonna make it work. You're gonna improve the situation faster than you can even blink an eye at, 100%. You know. You know, let that sword stay stuck where it is. If there's no reason to pull your swords out to fight, leave them where they are. Right. Yeah. That's some awesome reading. Lots of meaning to those cards for you. Everything's going to look up for you in the end. You're going to be a lot more happier. You're going to be more carefree. Just let those swords lie where they lie. Just leave them alone. Don't even need them. Don't even need to fight no more with the sword. Your fighting's done. It's going to bring you into a more lighter experience once you get this all done. You know, I do see that you probably will be moving fairly soon once you get a little bit more balance in your situation, that you'll know when it's time to move. Yeah, so send Keonti a lot of love, you guys. She needs it for this little trip. It's been horribly hard on her and her family. She doesn't like sending the vibration out to her daughter that, you know, is so carefree, you know, not affected by any of it. We want to just make sure she doesn't get affected. We don't want to see her little spirit get dampened by the situation that you're feeling, right? You're taking all the emotion and saving it that she doesn't have to experience, and that's an amazing situation you've put yourself in, that you're willing to accept those situations and not bring them in her face or let her have to hear them or see them. You know, she's basically, it's like her saying that she's got her headphones on, listening to tunes, or, you know, not even having to listen to any of that adult stuff that you guys are going through, and doesn't have to be affected by it. But you're going to feel, and she's going to grow into an amazing energy herself, because if you look at this is almost like a mini her. She's going to turn out really well. So if you take a look at these cards of your current future, you have this one that looks like a little girl, and you have this one that looks like a young woman. She's not going to be affected by this by very much. Okay. She's going to grow, and she's going to understand, and she's just developing herself, right? Her soul is developing now to being, you know, like a mirror image almost, right? There. See, she goes from this little spirit, right, in angelic form, and she goes into a bigger angel. You see what I mean? She's looked out for. You definitely have done the right by her. Do see positive balance in finding that all. Well, they end up revealing themselves. Like all of them, you know, are defined. Spiritual is very, a lot of people find it very hard to understand spirit communication, right? I don't communicate with dark spirits. I only communicate, I walk the fine line. I do deal with them, but I don't like to. I walk the fine line between the good and the bad. I don't pick one side or the other. I try to balance on the fine wire in between. You know, but you have a lot of good energy that's going to come out, and it's very light energy, right? To bring that everything out of that dark feeling and being that emotional sick. But you will get through it, and you will find a light at the end of the tunnel, metaphorically speaking, right? Where things are going to balance themselves, and you have a good head on your shoulders. You're gonna raise the most amazing little girl that you can imagine. And she's going to be talented. She's going to have lots going on for her. She won't even be focused on any of what happened before type thing, right? Hi, baby. Oh, my baby's here, guys. Oops. My favorite baby came to sit with us. Where'd you go, buddy? Where are you? Come here. They're always climbing around behind me. They're like hanging out with me. This is my baby. This is the one I want to keep. This little cutie here. See? This is baby. Say hello. Looks like a little teddy bear, right? It's my little teddy bear. That's my baby. He's my little punk star. Yeah, he's my little rock star. So yeah, so just keep your balance. You're gonna be fine, Keontae. When things start to feel like they're dragging you down, just remember that you're doing it for your daughter, and knowing that you're going to raise her in the best ability that you know how to make her the most amazing daughter, right? That's all you have to focus on. It makes it simple, it makes it easy, and you don't have to stress with all the extra stuff, right? Because really, there's no extra stuff unless there has to be. If there's stuff that can be dealt with in a court of law, deal with it in a court of law. Don't bring it into your personal lives and make your daughter have to see that kind of argument or anything like that, right? Always keep her shielded from it. She doesn't have to see it, and it's hard. I understand. I can understand that it's hard not to um, sit back and wish you could just tell her everything like your best friend. You always want to just sit back and, oh yeah, we're getting through it. Don't lie to her. Just, make it so it's not so directly affecting her, right? So yeah, well, we're having a little difficulties, but we're working them out, right? You know what I mean? When you talk to a child about stuff like that, they don't understand the adult concept of things. So always put it into, you know, we're working it out. We're trying to figure it out. And that way, don't mention that you're arguing over it. Don't mention that you're having this over it. Don't tell her, don't speak to her like you would like your best friend in regards to this situation, right? Just keep it, pretty general with her, and you know, keep it general, but don't sugarcoat it too much that she'll end up not believing you in a later state of mind, right? Do it so that she understands in the little mind of how old she is, right? So that's what I just say, right? Okay, so who's next? And I'm glad that, you're going to feel better and things are going to look up. Just keep looking up. Even when it looks like you're falling over and falling down, there's a reason behind it. It's just some things we have to go through. We have to go and deal with it, make our spirit and our energy more solid in fact of what things are, right? So you're holding on a lot right now, and you're great, right? You're going to be just fine. You're going to get through it. That's the one thing that when people are in a depressive state, when people get into that disassociated depression, it is very hard to pull yourself out of. And I know because with my experiences of doing channeling for the first while, and it took me 3 months, almost 2 to 3 months before I started feeling like myself again. I had spiritual attacks on me, everything, and just dealing with my own personal issues that I was dealing with at the time. I got really very depressed. I did not even want to even exist after that. I didn't like being the bearer of bad news. I didn't like the fact that we had to deal with anything negative in our lives. And I took myself out. I literally took myself out of the mix for almost 3 months and just slept. I stayed in my bed, didn't even leave my bed. My partner would bring me food in bed and say, you gotta eat, you gotta eat. I'm like, no, don't want it. I can't. I don't want it. So don't think of it as something that you won't ever come out of, because you will. And you have a little 2-year-old that's going to help you pull you out and remind you on a daily how much you do matter to her. All those times she says, I love you, Mom, know that she loves you. She's going to be fine, and just having you, somebody that's familiar in her life, that is in itself, a dual job. Like, you've got 2 roles to play instead of just one. But if you just sit and love, keep her there, keep her happy, always be there to kiss the boo-boos, or be there when she tells you about her first boyfriend. You know what I mean? All these things are things that you get to look forward to. These are experiences that you get to experience with her. Those are the moments you want to focus your energy on. All right. Don't focus on that negative so bad, but acknowledge the negative, work through it, because it doesn't ever go away, right? It doesn't ever go away. It just takes a vacation, is what I call it. It always comes back when you don't need it the most, right? So just try to stay a little bit more balanced with that. And, if the negative happens to pop up, journal about it and come back to it a few weeks later or whatever, is what I would suggest doing. And always hugging her and be grateful that you have her. You created a little you that matters, and whatever you do, you can never be wrong in her eyes. right? You'll always be giving to her, and she'll be appreciative of, keeping her sheltered from, some of the negative stuff in life is worthwhile, you know. But be honest when you're keeping her from it, right? So I think Fergie is next. Your Fernando, spiritual message for me. I feel like my life has gone forward. Something psychological, emotional, magic, or am I sick? Okay. So we're gonna ask, and the energy and spirit guides for Fergie to find out more insight into his personal aspects of his life at this moment that he seems to be facing at this current state of affairs. Is there any direct or indirect messages that Fergie can receive for November 6, 2018 to better help him on his spiritual path? Thank you, energies and universe, for the detailed information that we are about to give. Okay, so we're going to cut. I don't want to do jump cuts. You're sleeping. This has really been weighing on your mind. You aren't getting sleep over this. You're losing sleep. Yeah, you've got one foot that's stuck, that's holding you in place, right? You're stuck. You're like literally trying to pull yourself out of a rut. It's not balancing you. You need to find balance. You need to get some serious balance in your life. Clarifying card, please. The wood. The wood. What does that mean? You're being stagnant where you're in your movement. It's like you're like a tree stuck in a forest and you haven't even moved. You've rooted yourself big time with this. You have basically morphed into a tree. Like I'm just saying, right? Okay, Daisy. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this last one, this last reading here. So we're going to pull the last card here. You need to get some rest on this. It's not as bad as you think it is. I don't see it as anything other than it's new growth that's happening to you, that you're experiencing this transition and you're not quite sure how to take it. I think is more along the lines of what you've been seeking. But you've become complacent in your situation. You basically have roots and ties that you don't want to cut. You're staying complacent because of your own choosing. You're choosing to stay in this state. Nobody is making you stay in this state. You could be above the clouds, but you're allowing yourself to stay stuck. Okay, you're allowing yourself to stay in a poor me zone, a poor pity me zone. I don't sugarcoat it, so sorry if this rubs you the wrong way, but I just give you the honest God truth here, which is taking away from you actually being on top of everything. You being stubborn in your ways has caused you to stay complacent, which is not going to bring you any glory of being in the clouds or looking from above point of view. Look at it from above point of view when you're looking at the situations, and ask yourself, do you think this is really worth it? Do you think that staying complacent is working for you? I don't see it working for you. It's blocking you from moving forward in any direction. You're stuck. You are literally stuck, and you've stuck yourself there. You're not getting any movement because you're allowing yourself to focus your energy on all the stuff that's not worthwhile to you and helping you move forward. You need to start focusing on things that are going to take you out of this complacent spot that you found yourself in and move forward. The longer you're questioning and spending energy on wondering if it's sick or if it's you've complacent yourself so you're not even able to see what is before you. You've kept yourself there. You're in a sleeping mode. Wake up. Start doing things. You got the sleep card, then you get the wood card, and she's still sleeping in the wood card. How long are you going to stay asleep to what's happening around you? You're just going to stay in that position and, grow old there. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying it negatively, but you are allowing yourself to remain this way. Vanna B, I just saw your message. No, Daisy is, oh, was Ivana supposed to have one? Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention there, you guys. I don't pay attention unless I see a pop-up showing up on my screen. No, we are finishing the list. I don't know who was next. I just assumed that, Fur G was before anybody there, I thought. I must have been wrong, sorry. But I will get to you, Ivana B, right after if you're still here. But yeah, you're allowing yourself to stay stuck. You need to wake up, open your eyes, grab a new outlook on life. Otherwise, you won't change. The situation is going to remain the same for as long as you want to stay sleeping with it. Right? Just wake up. Like, there's a lot going on around you that, you can perceive. No, I can do them. I said I was going to do them. You guys were here, so I haven't actually cut the list off myself, so it's whoever I have on my list, right? Yeah, so you need to, wake up with what is really going on and what, you can handle it. You can deal with it, but if you're going to remain sleeping, through your situation and not take notice of it, nothing's ever going to change. You have to actually make a movement towards forward movement to pull yourself out of the rut, because you've gotten yourself buried deep in it. Whatever it is, you've buried yourself, both feet planted in, and you're ready to stay there. So it could be a Taurus energy. If I think about it, it would be a Taurus energy. Don't fuck with the bull, you'll get the bull's horn, but now the bull's stuck in the shit. You know what I mean? So that's how I would perceive that whole situation. You're the bull and you're stuck in your own shit. You've allowed yourself to get stuck in your own shit. Not much I can do about that. Only you can pull yourself out of this. Ask, pray about it. Do whatever. Meditation seems to be a very effective way of pulling yourself out of certain situations and getting some insight yourself as well. I just read what the cards say, and I don't sugarcoat it. I'm not about to lie to you, and I'm not about to feed you any BS. That's just the way it goes. In my world, in everybody's world, it should be more direct information instead of sugarcoat and dancing around the truth. I don't dance around the truth. I'll just jump right in, and if you get offended by what I have to say, know that it's not me saying it, it's what the spirit and energies are giving me to let you know that time to wake the fuck up. Okay? Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's like an alarm clock going off beside you. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Right? You hear this beep, 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 beep. You're going to wake up sooner or later, right? Seriously. Okay, so we're going to turn Vinny G into a sub, if that's okay for tonight. Vinny, can you be a mod for me for this evening? I can just put you on as a mod so you can check the scene just for a little bit, just till I get these last two readings done is all I need. Okay. Where is it? Where's the moderator? Oh, I gotta do it on the other one, right? Oh, shoot. Can I do it from there? I don't think I can. Let's see if I can do it from here. Okay, Vinny, I'm gonna try and do it from there. Oh, I have to do it probably from here. Sorry, guys. I don't know if Vinny's gonna be my mod. Oh, sure. It's just to get through the last few. Elizabeth Martin. Okay, so it goes Vinny, Elizabeth, and Ivana, right? Is that how we're doing this? Okay, so that's all there was. Okay, so we did for G. Okay, so next was who? So it shows Ivana. I haven't seen. Oh, Elizabeth Marcus. After Vinny is myself. Okay, so Ivana is next. Okay. We're going to go to Ivana. Okay. Ivana, Vinny, then Elizabeth. Okay. That's it. After Elizabeth, I'm not doing any more readings tonight because I'm getting exhausted here. It's actually wearing me thin here. Alright, so we are doing... No problem, you guys. I keep my word to the readings that, until I say cut off, it is cut off. Anybody else pops in, they're going to want reading. I'm just coming back from having a cold that I ended up eating off. I wasn't even on stream for Sunday because I was just like feeling so drained. I took Sunday off. And then I slept till 4 o'clock this afternoon. What the hell, people? Like, seriously, what's going on with the energy around here? It's like, 1 minute it's great, the next minute it's gone. It's like we're all walking around in little circles almost, it seems like. But now my cats are playing at my feet. Okay, so let me just shuffle that. I need a sip here. Okay, so Ivana. Okay, just so you know, I don't sugarcoat anything. I give what the cards tell me and what spirit is, what I interpret spirit as to how they're saying it. It will either resonate with you or it will resonate with you. Usually meaning by it doesn't happen, it might not be the current exact situation that you might be facing, but other than it may be something that you might be coming upon in the near future or have experienced. Okay, so this is all in correlation to the past, present, and future. That meaning energy, you know, people, places, or things. So if it does, please like the channel. I really appreciate the support that you guys do. So you have the option now, as I've explained, cut the cards. You want me just to put them on the table and shuffle them around? You want me to shuffle them, jump cards, or how would you like this to be done? I'm just asking. Well, and thanks, Keontae, for being a subscriber. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Because I don't do these free readings. Once you get one free one, the next ones have to be on donation. I'll give you a taste, a free trial reading before you have to buy, right? So you get a reflection on it. Okay, so you want jump. And, okay. So how about we get the current energy as a jump card from Spirit? We'll do a 3-card spread for you, Ivana. We're going to need 3 cards. Past, present, and future energies for Ivana B. She is wanting to have a jump card that correlates. You didn't hit the bottom. That correlates to her current situation or situations that she wants to know or have insight into. For November 6, 2018, Ivana. 1. 2 more cards, Spirit. For Ivana B for November 6, 2018, please. 2. 1 more card, Spirit, for the reading for Ivana B. Okay. So, we have... What is that doing? Okay. So you're present. You are creating. You are dreaming. And the water. The watery one. And then the fight. Okay, so this one, I see it as you're trying to create a different dimension. You're trying to create something out of the situation that you are currently in. And you have the ability to create this existence of this new idea or path or person that you're trying to manifest. You know, you're looking through things in your life that have maybe failed you in the past. But you're trying to create new. Is he a water sign by chance? Because we have the watery one. So that could be your daughter being in your water. Like maybe that has to do with the watery one being a Scorpio energy. Exactly. Okay. So you have definitely a water sign interfering with your ability to create something amazing. That could be the creation of your daughter. Is going to be an amazing gift. This pregnancy, I think, and I'm just going to say this openly, I'm not going to get into detail, but was your pregnancy a bit of a hard one to go through? That it was a hard fight to be able to get to this station, or this station, I'm listening to a different station, sorry, some words just pop up, but Um, she is, I feel like she's coming into this world, has been enough of a fight, um, but she's going to work hard at getting through. I think this has a lot to do with your pregnancy, is what it's showing me right now, is the energy. That it was a real rough road for the first little while for this pregnancy to happen, that you guys have fought. You know, you guys have, it's been very tumultuous, but you guys have been holding on, trying to resolve it. You know, you made a creation. It's been a rough one, so we want something in correlation to relationship information for this reading, clarifying. Okay, so I hit the tail. The twin. Twin in reverse. I see that you guys are going to end up meeting on the same page. This pregnancy has actually been a blessing in disguise. You guys are just looking at a different perspective. You know, you're both complementary of each other. You guys are making this go around in circles. So you guys are in this relationship, and you may feel like, you know, situations or certain things are making you kind of off balance, like you're reverse looking at everything. You know, when you see that sign of the twins here, it may be you guys are movement in the same direction but different views. Okay, but you're all headed, you're both doing the circle, the completion of the circle with each other, but with a different view of things. So your views have not been the same. They haven't been balanced in regards to this. You know, you're not finding much balance. The light. So yeah, so nobody's wanting to shed any light. Everybody's kind of just gone silent in regards to the position of how things are right now. It's just nobody's seeing eye to eye. The light is there to be enjoyed, and nobody's finding any light anywhere. But your light could be, you know, how well you guys come to terms, but you seem balanced together. I don't understand why there's off balance, but that could be because nobody's saying anything. Nobody is revealing anything. Nobody is, you know, handling anything. And it's driving you nuts. Like, the handle of the balance is not coming from anywhere. It's just getting, like, put out however you want to put it out. The fight that, you know, nobody's shedding any light into why are you guys having the fight. You know, you guys are chasing each other on a whirlwind type, you know, pinwheel, right? You've got the pinwheel going, the wind's blowing, but nobody's taking accountability for it. Nobody is taking accountability for the arguments that are going on. But you guys are just going to continually continue this circle if somebody doesn't stop it. Put some light into it, make it stop. Right? It's got to stop. You know, otherwise it's just going to carry on even after the birth of your daughter. But you can't be having that, the fighting going on when you have the baby, you know, twins. I don't know what the twin is, but, you know, if you guys are mirroring each other's energy, it's an unhealthy energy that you guys are mirroring or fighting about. You know, and maybe the light is the energy that I'm going to give you the light to say enough's enough. Right? Oh, you're a twin. Oh, you're a Gemini. Well, that would make sense because you have a Scorpio and Gemini, and you guys are fighting. Yeah, maybe. And the I was gonna say the Gemini, but I wasn't feeling the water. Or I wasn't feeling it was what I wanted to hear because they weren't giving me a sign because I don't read as far as astrological signs. But then, hey. Then I look at the bottom of the deck of the card as I caught a glimpse of it, and it's the thru. The twins. I'm not with it tonight. You guys got to bear with me. I've just had a couple apples to feed my little brain here. But then I look at the bottom, and it's the thru. You make it through all of this to find it. You know, the light's going to shed the light to make you guys be able to see through it. You're going to see through everything for what it is. Everything you know, you got here. You got Scorpio, Gemini on each side of the fight. So who's going to win? Nobody's going to win. The Scorpio is going to definitely lose. You're going to actually be more in the end, because the Scorpio kind of, you know, that's another twin energy there, floating in circles. Like you guys are still going in a circle around this card, no matter which way you look at it. The fighting, you know, it's going to be big changes coming in, right? You know, it's like, yeah, you know, like you're powering up for the argument. You're ready for the argument, but the argument doesn't happen. It's almost like you get zapped. The thru. I gotta grab my papers and see what that means. Where is it? Okay. Baby's sleeping at my bum here. Okay, so I have to turn the light on for this thing. Hang on. Oh, my back hurts. Whew. I have bad eyesight, you guys. I can't see the small print that it's got printed in. Okay. There we go. So we're going to read the warning signs of some cards too as well. I gotta sit down, baby's behind me here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going to read the actual meaning if this helps. The storm, the thunder, the waves, the watery. Okay, so the watery. Okay, where's the create? I know it's here somewhere. That's the manifestation part, I think. Okay, so that's the card. Oh, there we go. The create and the is abundant passions, the blooming of passions. So when you express your thoughts through emotions, you feel at ease. You will experience increased creativity in the fields of art, music, imagination, and wonderful ideas to come as a result of focusing these two fields. The warning, though, don't allow yourself to be restricted by traditional concepts or rules. Follow your intuition and set accordingly. The possibilities of unexpected discoveries, encounters will be high. Alright, so that meaning that you're going to go through the abundance part. You're going to be able to create, manifest whatever you need to manifest. Right? I think that's an awesome start to reading. Okay, so then we have the watery one. Where is it? The watery one. I just saw it too. Oh, there we go. The watery. Cooperation, the ability to open people's minds. Right? That's what that card means. Everyone trusts you because of such an understanding person. So you're not going to be very understanding as a person. That's where the unbalance, but pregnancy as well, right? Demonstrates great leadership. It will transform environments into one of gentle auras. So that's not really being balanced right now, right? The water's kind of getting close to the baby coming, so the environment's going to change drastically once baby comes through. But the knowledge that you have, the knowing that you have of the pregnancy being very gorgeous is going to be... And she looks so tiny and innocent, doesn't it? That little energy looks so tiny and innocent. So this probably has a lot to do with how everything's going to get flipped upside down with the pregnancy. Or it could be the fact that you guys are mirroring each other and you know, the fight isn't a bad card though. I remember that much. Fight is not a bad card. So we're going to get to the fight card. The fight card is an omen to big turning point. So your birth is going to be a big changing point for you. You will be thanked for taking the lead without hesitating and for going through it a lot of trouble for people. Physical strength and willpower are enhanced and current misfortunes can be fixed. So whatever situation you are having, it can be mended very quickly. Don't build on momentum. You will make a stupid error in judgment. An elaborate primary preliminary investigation is necessary. So there's a definite turning point coming that's in store for probably your energy, seeing it as the twin. The twin. This week. These are actually really cool cards to do readings with. I'm actually shocked how well they are. So the twin, the best partner's appearance. So this is about your partnership. Just like I was saying, the two of you finding balance together. Operating as a team rather than by yourself will bring more luck. Every member should contribute what he or his is good at and give and take fashion. Abundant personal connections will become your fortune. So there you go. So I was right the first time around. This is not, this is you and your partner mirroring images of your energies. It's not about being the twins, but we'll say that it's part of being a twin. Okay? What the heck? Then we have, what do we have? We have the thru. I don't know. I think that was one that we were missing on class. Just kidding. Shadow, the shield, the sword. Okay. We have no thru yet. What is that? The twin. The light. So the light. Lead everything yourself and prospect for the distant future. You attract attention in everyone with your radiant spirit. No matter what you do, it will always do well and a great amount of good luck. You'll be able to improve your abilities in your area of specialty rather than better chances of secret admirers declaring their love. So with it being in reverse, it means it is possible to obtain a bright future by doing your best. Rush the action without fearing failure. So let it go. Let it just rip. Let's go. Get her done. That's probably why you're thinking about maybe, and it's not working so fast in your favor. Where is this here? I don't see it yet. All right. Oh, there it is. So this is what your final outcome card is. Basing on it, you're going to make it through. The improvement of unexpected situation. The key is to sex is key to sex. I'm tired. Okay, so when I'm saying like vulgar words and my Tourette's happens to pop out, don't pay any heed to it. So, not sex. Okay. So it's weird. I always hear things will be good, but it's too bad at the moment, only because of his insecurities. How much do insecurities play within your relationship? Do they play more than 20%, 30%, whatever? How much percentage do you guys focus your energy in on his insecurities? Okay. There you go. Yeah, heard it here first. The word sex is not to be used unequivocally. So he has these. Okay, so he has to probably spend some time doing some internal work in regards to those insecurities. Bringing them out to him on a regular basis is not something I would recommend from experience. Okay? But there is a way to get around the insecurity at a non-direct manner. If his requests aren't outlandish, do what I did. Just throw them back at him. Say, how the hell do you expect me to get into this relationship, raise a baby, and have no stress? It's shoot the insecurity at them when they least expect it. And I know it sounds mean, but it does work. Okay. Every time you have to deal with an insecurity, say, I'm going to have to rip you a hole in the asshole because I'm getting tired. Be honest, be direct. They can't handle the truth, and tell them to grow up and put some big boy shorts on because it's about to get real. And I did. I went and pushed mine to the absolute limit that he could ever be pushed to. But he's more understanding of my situation and what I'm doing with my life and what I'm not doing with my life, and how he has now come second place to me in my life. Okay, my life comes number one. He's part of it, so he gets to ride, shotgun with me through my life, which is great. Try not to stand above him, below him, or, tell him that you're there to stand beside him, but not you do, but he leaves and just comes right back. He's seeking attention. Obviously, he's slacking in some kind of attention that you're not giving him. That could be physical, mental, or spiritual. I don't get too much into the relationship part. Okay, well, because he's not getting the results that he was when he first started acting like a child. Okay, he's not getting that's like the game's got boring now, right? It's boring. So what does he do? He finds a new game that he's going to probably bring up, right? How many times are you going to call wolf before people just don't even care anymore? But he's seeking answers for something that he's not personally looking at, that he's seeking the answer for. He's being blinded by his own stupidity. Okay, he will come back, obviously. How many times has he done it before? Dog always comes back to its house where it knows it lives. That's just saying. I'm not saying he's a dog or anything like that. Don't read too much into what I say. But if he is becoming a situation, leave him alone. Don't even acknowledge it. Don't feed into the negative that he's portraying out, because it's just going to create more negative. Right? He wants the attention. But he's not going about it the more constructive way. Step back from him. Ignore it. It's like that Stewie kid on Family Guy, that mom's lying in bed having a rest, and the little kid comes up and he's like, Mom, 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 Mom. And then she flips back and goes, what? It's kind of like that's what your next scenario situation is going to be like, if it's not already like that. So, how do you get around it? Stop paying attention to it. Only pay attention to better results, or things that are more attainable as far as being intimate with someone. If you're finding that you're running with a child, childs get time out. Sorry, I don't need to listen to you. I'm going to shut you out until you learn to speak, or act appropriately with your age. Simple. You can't. That's what you're probably experiencing. You have enough on your plate, and because he very well... Okay, now this is what just popped into my head, and I'm just going to say it because that's what I'm supposed to tell you. Think of it as a child bringing home a new baby brother or sister. How do you think that child's going to act? If they know that there's something coming that's going to take away, every single time you need to be acknowledging him, he feels threatened by the baby. Okay? I know it sounds childish, I know it sounds very bizarre, but that's what's happening. He's starting to feel threatened that he's going to not even have any time with you after the baby comes. And he's right. Babies take up a lot of your time. You're not going to even have a sexual relationship after this baby is born for at least a year. Okay? The baby is going to be sitting inside, and it's going to take up every single minute of your day. Probably 40% of his day if he's working. He'll come home, get to spend time with the baby, but he'll be too tired to spend time with the baby. You are going to be so tired that you've spent the day with the baby all day, entertaining, feeding, changing, right? What's going to happen? You don't even see each other. So you better enjoy the time you do have now. And if he wants to throw the tantrum, make him accountable for it. Don't say that he can get away with it, but make him be accountable for that attitude and say, this is not going to work. I got a kid coming. And if I have to spend all day with a screaming kid, you can spend 10 minutes without me, attaining to your every woman need. We're not going to have it then. So let's get busy having a little fun before the baby does come. Because you guys are like limited after you have that baby. That baby is going to limit you guys by no matter, seriously. You are going to basically miss being babyless. You're going to wish that you could have had a little more time to get things going. So think of it that way. He's worried about the threat of the baby taking up all your time. Subconsciously, he's not even aware that he's doing it. He's not even aware that it's going to be like that. He's thinking about a baby and, you know, how they portray babies. Happy, smiley, wonderful, clean. Hey, everybody wants to have a baby then. But when the reality hits, you guys are going to be, you know, changing shitty diapers, having burp, having to do laundry 24/7 a day in case you're not using disposable diapers, you know, feeding that baby. Make sure that baby's entertained 24/7 when it's not sleeping. And for the first probably 3 months, you're going to experience colic, which means the baby's going to cry whenever it feels like freaking crying. And you're going to have to be up walking the floors 2-3 times a night just to make sure that that baby stays quiet. The minute you lie the baby down, it's going to start screaming. It's going to become an attachment. It's going to become attached to your right hip for at least the first 6 months. And then attached to the bottom half of your leg for the next 6 months, dragging it across the floor because it wants to throw a tantrum. You see what I mean? So if you think of it in that perspective, you're going to make it through this. But look, even this person's got an attachment around their waist that they're trying to get out of. See that? Right around the waist, and they're trying to squeeze through it, or they're trying to squeeze out of it. Okay? That's what you guys are going to experience. Now that's speaking from my experience of raising 3 kids when they were little. Went through the same thing. Oh, so here you go. There's another card for you. The change. The change is coming. It is coming, and it's coming fast. The growth has exponentiated into something you've never experienced before. Have you ever seen an animal that looks like that? Never. Right? But that's what you're going to be feeling like. You're going to feel like a monkey transformed into a mouse, into a, you know, hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog, everywhere. You know what I mean? This is all the stuff that you're going to have to experience. You know? And I'm just being real. I'm just being honest, right? Just based on my knowledge on that. But it's going to take on more, and then you're willing to give. And we got another baby coming home. See, I got babies to look after too. Here, mine are cute. See, we got another cutie here. This is my fave. This is my Sylvester the Tweety dog kitty. He looks like Sylvester from the Looney Tunes, and he likes his belly rubbed. And his mom's over there, looking at the ground, trying to get the other one to come out from underneath the bed. Yeah, motherhood. And you're going to be relied on for a lot of it, right? You know, so that's what I mean. You got to take each moment as you give them. You know, baby's going to take a lot out of either one of you. And, you know, you guys are going to make it through. You're going to squeeze through the grace of God. You're going to make this happen, right? But, you know, that's totally up to you and how you want to create for yourselves before the baby comes. And maybe it's time to sit down and discuss these kind of matters, seeing as they are relevant in the very near future. Otherwise, it's never going to get solved, and it's never going to. You won't make it through. You'll be squeezing by the skin of your teeth, and it's not going to fit. Right? So, hey, baby. You come sit with Mama? Come on. Come here. These are my little babies. Likes to hang out with me. But yeah, so, you know, these are a lot of things that you need to really look at, right? Sorry if I got a little bit overheated. I just speak, and whatever comes, right? You know, so the change is coming. So you can figure out how you want to best approach that situation, because there definitely has to have an understanding before this baby does come, because it might get a little bit more, there might be a little more disagreements that you're going to hit because you're both tired. But remember that the person, you know, that they are tiresome situations when you're having a baby. A lot of your energy is zapped in the beginning. You know, it's learning to balance all that energy and a partnership, a relationship, job, work, you know, everything that needs, I thought he was going to fall off, that needs to be acknowledged. Best advice that I can give you is to sit back and acknowledge it. You know, acknowledge that it's not going to be a simple fix. You know what I mean? But yeah, you have good signs and everything is in good order so long as it's solved. Oh, and what are you doing up there in my plant? Oh, you want to see where my cat is right now? This is funny. I'm going to show you. Watch this. Oh, he fell all the way to the bottom of the floor. He went for a ride. Yeah. You know, it's not so much hope. You know, it's interaction with them. Just sit down and sit and have these conversations. When you lose communication, you can't find it again, right? Oh, that cat. He's a little curious. Yeah, he is. He's a little monkey. I call him a monkey. But it's not so much you gotta hope. It's you either want to work in this relationship or you want to shut it down. And if you're just gonna shut it down and leave it to hope to solve for you, you got another thing coming because hope ain't gonna solve it for you. It's gonna be the interaction between the two of you that's gonna solve it. Making, the judgment call. If you don't have any communication, then you better figure out soon how to figure that out so that, you guys can get that kind of sorted before the baby does come to prevent more disruptions. Right? So, just some words of advice. Don't take mine as the only advice. I just give my information as, I can. And, let you guys do what you want with it. Thanks, Vinny. Years of experience to learn, right? But yeah, no, you have everything that you do need to get through this. You're going to make it through. It just seems a little bit when the storms are blowing that there seems to be no end in sight. You may be shocked at how quickly you can clear those clouds to have that rainbow moment together and get the clouds clear. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing saying you have to go off the deep end or hit the shallow end diving and bonk your head. These things do happen. It's how you want to handle them for the sake of the baby. He could be under a lot of stress. He could be experiencing things that you don't know he is from work or whatever he's holding inside that he doesn't want to stress you out because you're pregnant. There's a lot of unknown factors in that situation that really need to get solved before you can give a pure account of how things really are. But if you don't know how really things are, then you might be misled into thinking that everything is just fine. And fine to me is F-I-N-E is how you spell it. Well, that's fucked up, insane, neurotic, and emotional. I'm fine. That's what you're saying. Fucked up, insane, neurotic, and emotional is what the letters of fine stand for. So if you're fine, know that you are fucked up, insane, neurotic, and emotional. And there's nothing wrong with being those at all. I've done them. I've been there. I've experienced it. Right? I'm just saying, I just give my advice. It's not the only advice, right? So just have a good hope for it. Okay. So I want to pull a card for baby for you. I'm going to see what kind of energy she's going to bring into this for you guys. I think that would be, I'm so fine. Yes, I am too, majority of the time. So we're going to pull a card for Ivana's baby. We want to see what kind of energy we have in store for us. We're popping out here soon. Oh, the demander of time. Look at that. The demander of time. That's what baby's going to bring. Time. She's going to be in control of time with you. See? Bam. Just like that. Bam. Bam. Time. It's going to take up all your time, just like I said. Go figure. So just take it with a grain of salt. She's going to consume your time. And there's no possible way I set that one up. No possible way I cut that card for any reason. But for baby. Time. The time belongs to her. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I just, it is what it is. But it's been a blessing to sit and do some readings. Amazing to do readings and channel for you guys. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy spending some time with you guys on a daily. Give you some more insight. Basic insight. Now I'm going to have an after sex cigarette if you don't mind. This is my after sex moment, okay? I'm having sex and making love. There's my after sex cigarette. Okay, so I enjoy my cigarettes any time of the day. I'm kidding. You guys are funny. That was on point. It was on point. That card came out right when we needed her. We needed that card right then and there. Oh, and Bugs is going back up into the tree here. What are you doing over there? Get out of the tree. Get out of the plant. Oh, but it was fun. It's a great day. I had a fabulous day. So now we can... He fell off the tree again. He fell out of the tree again. He did. See? Oh, he's going for the bottom of the dishwasher now. He likes to crawl underneath my dishwasher. A little shit. Anyway, whatever. Sober life might be the problem. Who is having sober? Oh, Ivana. Hey, well, maybe. Maybe it'll all change after. Be less stressed. So, Elizabeth, Marcus, we still have to do your reading, right? Oh, yeah. I didn't forget about you. We got one more. That's it, right? Oh, and then we have Vinny. So we've got 4 to do, right? So who's next? Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so you're next. Okay. All right. So I'm just having a puff here. Just relaxing. What lies ahead? What's the immediate future? Okay. So Vinny, yours is going to be really quick. I probably need to pull like 2 or 3 cards for you. Because you just had a reading a little while ago. I hope you don't mind me having a smoke while I do my reading. You know, it's been entertaining. Okay, so we want immediate, what lies ahead for Vinny and G in the near future or extended future? Well, I told you would. I told you were going to have some chaos kick you in the ass. Okay, so here we are. Vinny G, no problem, love. Thank you. All right, so we're all cool. Okay. You know, considering I've been sitting here in the same spot for 5 hours now, that's okay. I don't know. We still got a comfy seat. Comfy seat. Okay, Vinny G, we want to know what's in store for you. All right, so I'm going to take that one. That one. Cut them again for the hell of it. We're going to cut them into 5 piles. Pick 1, 2, 3, or 5. Vinny G, we're going to pull your first card based on what pile you pick. We're going to change it up a bit. So tell me what card you want. 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. You have 5 piles sitting here. You got 5 piles sitting here. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera so you're on the cards here. Okay, so you got 5 piles here. Do you want card number 1, 2, 3, or 5? Pick 1. 2? Okay, so we're going to go to 2. All right. So the creation. You're not feeling very creative. Everything is kind of going backwards for you. Just upside down and everywhere. So there's your confirmation on your current situation. Okay. So trying to... What was it again? Do you guys remember what the outcome was for create? I don't remember. Remember it had correlation to, you know, being creative and, you know, not taking on too much at this time. Okay, so do you want what card next? And then we'll do an overall. So pick your cards in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we got 1, 3, 4, and 5 now. So we got 1, 3, 4, and 5. 4. Okay, so you got the fiery. Oh my, that showed up in a reading earlier today. Protection. Okay, so now what? What number do you want next? So we're gonna put these in order. Shoot. You're picking them, not me. Okay, so you want 4. Okay, so out of 1, 3, and 5, which one do you want next? 5. Okay, so we'll put 5 over there. And you got the mirror. Okay, so now out of 1 and 3, which one do you want next? So you got 1 and 2 to pick. Or 1 and 3, sorry, to pick from. 1? Okay, so I'm going to take 1 as the next one. And this one. Okay. Holy my Lord. Check this out. You want to see something really fucked up? Look at this reading now. These are the exact, almost to the T that we just did for Miss Ivana. The create. the fight and the through. We got 3 out of the 5 cards came up in Ivana's reading, but everything's gonna come full circle for you, and then it's gonna start all over again. I don't know, something about starting over. So you're creating. Okay, so okay, just gonna hold that over there. All right, we are okay. So your current state of affairs, the creation is creating a new movements, new challenges, new basic circumstances are coming to be favorable for you. But remember not to be overbearing when you're creating, I think was what it was. Are you having a terrible time as well? He just said he was. Okay, so we got the creation in reversal this time. We didn't get him in the upright this time. So we are not... Okay, so there's the mirror. Okay, so fiery, where is it? Where's the fiery? Okay. Okay, good thing I printed this in such small printing because it really makes it easier to see, for me. It's like, like you can't even put it as a millimeter, like typing here. Oh, because I had to fit them all on the same pages. Okay, so we're finding the change, the fight. Okay, bear with me. Okay, that's the line. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, my nose is itchy for some reason. Who's gonna sneeze? Anybody sneeze just now? Because my nose is like getting itchy again. You guys are making my nose itchy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so got that one, that one. Alright, so we're just going to go on to Mr. Fiery. Are you feeling like fully energetic yet? You will be experiencing a full-on energy experience. You're actually going to come out of this new beginning with a lot of fire energy. Yeah, so you're gonna have a lot of extended energy, but you're gonna focus that energy inward. You're not gonna focus so much on the external world, but you're gonna look after your fire. You're gonna protect yourself from any situations that may arise in a negative connotation. You're protecting your, your core. You're protecting everything that's important to you, and not, looking beyond that at the current moment, right? You're focusing a lot of it within. Doing it through your inner knowledge, inner knowing of your situation is how I see that. So the creating and manifestation stage right now for you probably isn't doing so well. There's like, something in the way of you creating, and the new beginning is not going to come in very easily. It's going to be a little bit of a work to get from there to this upright card. But you just have to focus your energy on you. Take your feet up. Like, kick your feet up and relax a little bit, because you're going to need the little rest as the darkness kind of falls away from you, and you're protecting yourself in the dark. In the light are finding balance within each other as you move forward. Okay, the mirror you have as the reflection. Are you reflecting on what has gone on in the past? Right? You've got your mirror to sit back and reflect your knowledge and your understanding of the mirror effect, and how to make it work more positive in this new transition, from like a little person into your full power, right? So you're going from the small existence in the new one, and you're recreating it to be a more strong, more balanced, more with it, kind of, not with it, but in tune to it. You're like sending out your signals to the universe and being able to ask for them in return. And it's going to mirror the energy, whatever your energy you're going to put out, it's going to mirror, whether it be, for good or for negative, but you will be thinking hard and using your knowledge that you do know to make this movement forward, or this reflecting in the mirror, a better one than you've ever had in the past, right? So you always look better. That could be the mirror. The mirror could have shattered. You see how that mirror is on the wall? It could have been a broken mirror, like a broken image of yourself, that you're creating a new, more balanced, more intuitive balance creation for yourself, right? You're going to prosper at this. This is a good move forward, an excellent move forward. You got a fire engine, a fiery engine, a fire engine. I was going to call it a fire truck. Ah, shit. I can't talk tonight. I'm done. This is getting like a little bit, what do they call it? A little bit, adult orientated. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. So then you get, the fight. So the fight, you're taking a leave from having to create any dissonance to anybody. Like you're just focusing. I know I'm getting better, and in my late hours, I get kind of giddy and weird, right? So you're done with you're holding on to what you have, your knowledge that you've learned, that affects you really down to the last beating of your core. You finally have taken a stand, and you're, walking a thin line but balanced, like you're holding like a balance bar to keep yourself balanced with this new knowledge that's going to come to you, without having to fight so hard. You're going to be like, almost like, you see how the legs on there are, oh, my ears are ringing. Oh, shit. My right ear is ringing. That's right. You see how there's so many, it's almost like she's bent her knees back and her feet are sticking upwards. So she's almost like doing yoga type thing. She's finding the balance within herself. And the eyes are closed, so they're focusing on your core, like the whole core idea of why you wanted this change to happen. And then you got making it through. You're going to make it through by the skin of your teeth. No, I'm kidding. Your teeth aren't even going to be there. No, I'm just kidding. I want to see what that one actually is as well. We just read it. I don't even know why I can't even remember that much about reading. These are all new. These are all harder ones to remember. Yeah, so the fiery is strong beliefs, overcoming obstacles. So that's what the fiery is. You're going to challenge it all, but you're going to be doing it with bells. So the warning when it's in reverse, Vinny G, for the create is don't allow yourself to be restricted by traditional concepts or rules. So you're changing your former beliefs. 33333. It's 333, 52, 53, 54, 55. There we go. 3355. We saw the numbers. That's how long we've been going, people. Like, seriously, that's awesome. I love my number 333. I'm on the right channel. Been on the right channel for years. I'm just kidding. So we're looking for the through. Okay, so it's got to be here close. Let me put you down for a second. 1 second. You guys got to bear with me until I get these like regularly memorized from reading them 16 million times. Maybe I'll. Yeah, 3 a.m. Look at that, eh? Whew. Oh, 3 a.m. Where are you? Okay, so the through again is in reverse. So even if a strong, oh wow, even if a strong, right? Even if a strong appears, face each other. Oh, what does it say? A strong. Without tricks, fairly, things might be out to be an unexpected cooperation. That doesn't make sense. Even if a strong rival appears, face each other without tricks, fairly, they might turn out to be unexpected cooperation. So you're learning to cooperate with somebody that you normally wouldn't be making it through with. So you're learning to be a cooperative sort. Oops. Oh, so. Okay. It's a cooperative situation, right? You're going to be more cooperative with this person that you seem to be interacting with. Okay, so we're just going to put it like that. So I'm going to raise it up. So through in reverse, it's going to end up being a rival person that you normally wouldn't get along with. You're going to end up finding balance and being able to finally assist each other. I'm stuck. You know, maybe there'll be somebody out of this rival that you never expect would actually help you in the situation that, you know, you may have gotten yourself into. So now we're going to put them all together and we're going to get an overall and find out what is the end result of this situation for you. Oh, these cards are wonderful. I love these cards. I'm really stoked that they've been so cool to read. Getting them really broken in tonight for this existence. Okay, so we're just gonna have to look at my light for a minute, just while I do these cards up for the outcome for Vinny G. Overall experience is going to be the cloud. You'll end up in the clouds. By the time you're done this retransformation and transformation, you're going to be looking outside the box at the growth and experiences and be very pleased with how you've gotten to where you are. Right? Hey, look at even underneath my cards, it looks like there's like a flame or something. I'm not even moving it. It's over the light. Are they that see-through? Check that out. You see that light flashing on the head? I can't explain it. That's like coming through. Whew. It's crazy. But yeah, you'll be in the clouds. You'll be in clouds in no time from learning from this experience that you're going to actually be able to look at it and ponder it and work through it to get through. And you're going to have a review on it and say, how did that happen that way? That wasn't supposed to be the way it went, right? So you'll definitely be in a cloud. So the overall energy for Vinny for the next week is going to be what? The cloud. Did it again. Pulled it again. So that's confirmation that you are going to be meeting yourself maybe in a more dream state, and be grateful for everything that you can look upon and look down and look back at in regards to your current situation, that you're going to be almost like living in the clouds in a higher self, a higher appreciation for yourself, definitely caring and more compassionate. And it's going to be a blessing, and you're going to humbly accept it and review on it. Definitely take your review on it and see how it worked out for you. It's almost like watching your lifeline happen before your eyes, that you can actually look back on it and say, wow, I didn't expect it to turn out this good. Right? So definite good vibrations. So there you go. So now I have Elizabeth, if I'm not mistaken, is next. And Elizabeth is the final one that we're doing for the night. I believe is the final reading. Sorry, Elizabeth, it took me so long to get to you. Just glad you're still here. I'm trying to get through them as quick as I can until the messenger just exhausts himself for the cards. So we're going to give you a 3. We're going to try to shoot for a good reading from Miss Elizabeth Martis, please, in regards to anything she may be wanting answers to, or, ideas how to better solve a situation that she may be facing or in. May the cards give us answers to Elizabeth's life wonderment. I never say life problems or anything. It's to your wonderment that you wish to know more on. What path you need to do, or advice from the spirit realm. Okay. How relevant is it for you if cards are reversed? How relevant? It all depends on the situation that you might be facing. I'm just reading and channeling the information. It's not based on my exact. Sometimes the meanings are so contradictory. I know what to believe, and when I tried to read for myself. I did mine earlier, actually, right here, and it was how much of the relevancy. It's not relevant to me. I don't have any input on it. I don't have any control over what the cards come out as. That's why I always get you guys to be as interactive as it can be. And I read intuitively. I don't actually read for the meaning of the card. But it's always kind of nice to reflect back to the card and see what the intention that these cards were created in as well, right? You're very welcome, Vinny G. It all depends on what Spirit wants to tell you, and sometimes it may not be something that you might be facing in the current situation. It could be something that manifests for you in a couple of days later, or a week. But it is, when it pertains to you, it will end up pertaining somehow or be relevant to your purpose and cause. Because that's the only way that I do that. I don't feed you no bullshit. I just give it to you as I'm given. And how it resonates with you may not be the immediate resonance that you're sitting with at this current time, but maybe something that will be a solution to something that's going to happen either in the future or that has happened in the past that you're still carrying with you. You know, there's a lot of different aspects to look at a card reading from. That's why I always give every influential piece of information that could end up giving you different options in regards to what path you want to take. Sometimes I get involved by giving some external advice on top of the cards for what the cards are trying to say. I never stick myself exactly in the middle of it. I always see it from an outside perspective, right? And based on my experience, I don't, have any other source to go on for my personal experience except myself, right? So that's how it's relevant. It's not relevant to me. It doesn't have any effect with me, but it does take a lot of energy to draw energy, right? It's a very balanced situation to stay in, especially when you haven't eaten a lot for the day. It gets weight bearing. So, we want for Elizabeth. Okay, was there any wonderment? Is such a great word. Yes, for any wonderment you may have. We bent a corner. Okay, so here we go. So do you want me to cut the cards out? My hands are starting to hurt. Cut the cards, jump cards. What do you want? It's your call. Okay. Okay, so you want a past, present, and future life experience. Okay, so you want to make sure that these guys have good hold on these guys. These guys like jump good. We want a life, past, present, and future for Elizabeth and how she is better suited for certain situations. Can we get one more card, please? One more card, please, Spirit. There you go. Alright. I jumped hard. Alright. Now, you got the silent. You're being very withdrawn within what you're requesting from the universe. I'm just gonna check that one because it's not really saying a lot, other than you're hiding behind something that you aren't normally willing to be vocal about. So you're trying to see what the universe is either communicating to you, and you're not communicating in return to the universe to even manifest something great that's coming, or you kept silent in your relationships. You felt very tied, almost like it used to drive you like absolutely mad crazy. That's what I'm getting. It's like a person sitting in a straitjacket with what your past relationships could have been like. Very constricting or very controlling. You weren't feeling very good through those relationships. They made you feel very down. You were never able to be above anything. You always felt like you were being dragged down in a negative manner. That you were always left to be, never in the clouds, never to be able to be yourself and experience everything. And it was a very sad time for you. I believe that you needed more out of the relationship to be able to give, but your hands, you wanted to give, but you had been so, how to say, like protecting, almost like you're in handcuffs, like a handcuff kind of feeling. You're not feeling very good. You're not in the cloud. You're below the cloud line, and it kind of is very depressing at the current state of things. Then we have the sand card. I'm not too sure, but I'm feeling like the sand is like quicksand, and you're quickly sinking or coming out of the quicksand. Like you look like you just came out of the quicksand. That you're pulling yourself out. Oh, where are we here? That you're pulling yourself out of that zone, right? So there's a quicksand, and it's encompassed you. Like you just sunk so quick, but you're pulling yourself out without, It's almost looks like the hangman. You're becoming more enlightened. You see that? How that kind of looks like the hangman from the regular tarot. Right? So now you're becoming enlightened on how to better, maybe search for a different relationship or something is you're healing from that. And it's kind of like, what happens when you take a shower and you come out of, the water is soaking wet and you're dripping off, drying, right?
So your enlightenment could have been with another water sign, or it could be with a very controlling earth sign that you were enlightened to their strength, and their intention was not for your purpose. You know that you had better skills to keep you enlightened now to how things might portray themselves. Right? It's like you're wearing like a doing a pirouette, right? It looks like, and you've got little ballet slippers on, trying to keep yourself afloat in the quicksand, right? But you're not in the quicksand, you're actually coming out of the quicksand that swallowed you up from before, and being allowed to be yourself, and the amazing spirit that you can morph into with the proper enlightenment and tools and knowledge and words, that you'll find it. And you always take whatever you have, weigh it over, take everything as a grain of salt, let you evaluate it, and then make a choice which way to move, is what I'm seeing there, where she's got her hands positioned like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not ready yet, but I'm getting in position too. So just leave me be for a few more minutes. That's what I see from her, and that she's focusing her intentions for good intentions. So that could be you and your current energy, that you are becoming more enlightened into picking your mates better, getting more in tune information from your source and your spirit guides to be able to assist you through this earth settling miracle kind of feeling that you're feeling very determined to get to. And you're very strong in your stance that you're going to be moving forward and not have to worry about, being sucked down again. Like even the back wall is like, has everything coming down on it. That's what you probably have felt like, everything came down on you in the past, but you don't have to allow it to come down on you any harder than it already has, and you're moving up in the world. You've got your earmuffs on and you're ready to tune anybody out that's not intuitively designed to be on your vibration, is what I see. So the official outcome and position for where she should seek love. Is there any messages from Spirit or in regards to her love life that she's going to be able to find after? That one came out too soon. So let me do one complete. So we want to know more about that. Okay, we're taking that one. We're taking two. Okay, so it threw me out two. It threw me another two. The jump there, earthy. The energy that you're going to feel is an earth energy. So it's earthy. So you're going to find balance in it and grounded. You're going to be definitely more grounded and balanced in this situation, that you're worthwhile. And look how amazing you look from taking that time to get grounded and healing. That you came out blossoming as gorgeous as ever. Hair all done. Everything is all done to the T. And absolutely amazing. You've done a lot of work on yourself to get you to this point, that your energy levels are going to be a lot more balanced and more like you'll be able to not even have to have your eyes open. Your knowledge is too spot on to not notice the partner that may be standing before you at a ceremony, or something like almost like a festive kind of look to her there. That could be because we're coming up, standing on a moon sign. That could be like another water sign, or anybody that has moon in their chart, just like that. I don't know if you are a moon rising energy, or you have the moon in your chart for your rising earth sign, or if you are the earth sign. That could be very well be why the things didn't work out in the past, was maybe the compatibility of the two earth signs wasn't your match, right? But I see you balancing this newfound image, right? You're a fire sign. Oh, okay, so you could be um, dealing with a jump. So this is quite a big jump for you to be taking, that you're not used to taking these big jumps spiritually or emotionally. Oops. That you normally would take, right? So it's all new to you, and you're kind of like got your wings ready to fly. You're jumping for joy. Like, this is happiness that's coming through from this card into this card, that you're jumping and experiencing new things and being able to expand what you want to have manifesting for yourself. That you're just like up in arms, right? So it could be a little bit of a journey to have to walk to get there, but you're jumping all the way. You're jumping like a little frog. Just whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. Across the field you go. You know. You're ready to seek out your partner, whoever is the match for you. It looks like the wishing bone. The wish is going to come true, like wishbone kind of feeling. Don't let it come to a feeling of like it's ripping you apart, though. You can't allow it to destroy you in a relationship, and you have to set your own boundaries for what that experience is going to be like, right? But make sure you have your expertise in what you want down to a T, so that everything can go off without a hitch, almost, right? So I'm gonna look at the earthy. I'm gonna look at the earth. Where did it go now? So the fiery. Okay, give me a sec here. The sand. Okay, so the sand card that we read about you coming out into the new being, it says challenges to change without fear. So you shouldn't fear them. Time and a person's feelings change consistently, yet they are always in existence, so there is no single point to view. Reconciliation with the friend or the lover is sure to go well, too. It is taken one step at a time, right? So that's what that means, that you'll reconciliate with a past, with a friend or a lover could go well. So maybe you're coming to your understanding as a balanced energy together, right? Who knows what this can lead. And then we have the earthy, which is source of life, symbolism of effort and acceptability. Now is the time to focus on the foundation. Like I was saying, focus on yourself. When what is important to you are the basics, and not forget to make the effort. Uh, so everything that you have taught yourself up until this point, you have met. So that's exactly what I was saying in regards to that. There is no immediate effect, but the results will eventually bring about a big chance to become productive. So once you get through this stage, you're going to be all more in tune to facing your journey and be more balanced and ready, and willing to take the journey for yourself. Right, so then we have the jump. The jump is, one second here, let's find the jump. The shot, the sweet, the time, silent. Okay. Oh, the silent. The silent means, oh, what does it say here? Okay, that was your first card that came out. So you're like going into a different thing. Forgetfulness, a time for recharging, right? So recharging because you're feeling off balance, and we're looking to get to here, which is the final jump. So let me just find that. I know it's on one of these pages. So the sword, the shield, the shadow. Yeah, I think I missed a couple pages of the book here. Knowing me, I just probably read right over it. Dash the change, the twin, the voice. Remove the earth, it leaves on fire. So I'm just trying to find it here. I don't see it. Let's see here. The jump. Oh, the jump. Here we go. Loss of ability. The best condition. Original power can be demonstrated to your heart's content. Human charm is like a power-up. You will become busy both officially and privately, but will still be able to make enough time for adequate sleep. So there you go. So that is the what it means for the jump card. So it's like making, the changes and the advancements to be able to get to a better state of balance, right? So that's what I see. Hey, get some rest, girl. And it was nice seeing you. Ivana, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a good night and have sweet dreams with you and baby. All right. We'll see you next time. All right. So now I'm just finishing up with you. Night, love. Gonna hit the hay well. Yeah, I am done. I am done for the night and I'm super tired. So do you see love coming? If you want it to happen, Elizabeth, more than definitely, it is in the cards for happiness. Yeah, see you next time. Thanks for coming. Enjoy. I'm glad it could read for you on these new cards that I'm learning myself, new things. So that's what I mean. Adapting to new situations and things can actually bring about amazing changes, right? So we'll see you next time too. Love you all. But I'm going to be heading out of this little spot here because it's getting late and I need to eat, have my dinner yet, and relax before I go back to bed so I'm not sleeping all day tomorrow. But yeah, no, I do see love coming your way. But you have to remember to take care of yourself first and have fun at re-imaging yourself, to make those changes so you're not going in reverse or recycling old relationships back, right? So I wish you all the best with it. And if you ever need a clarifying on anything that's going on, I'll offer clarifying. Um, that's good. There you go. So, you'll know when enough work has been done and you'll feel a lot better. So I like to say thank you to Vinny G for being my moderator for after Daisy left. I appreciate it. So if you show up next time, Vinny G, I'll give you I'll give you one energy card reading just for doing that for me tonight. I really appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye, folks, for now. I may be back on later today. I might do an early stream and I might do an afternoon or evening for sure. I always do my evening ones because that's what I'm advised to do. And these cards are supposed to be working the best at like nighttime. Is what it's traditionally made for. So yeah, it works in correlation to me. Hey, who would have guessed? All right, so whoever's here, I'd like to wish you a good night and hope you have a fabulous day tomorrow. And we'll check back here, say earlier than on this. I usually come on about 7:30. We're shooting for 7:30 tomorrow for sure. I was late today, lots on the go. But I'm going to give you guys a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up, and we'll take it all from there. And I wish you all a happy good evening. We'll talk soon. Bye.